The Emperor has been expecting you.
Hi everyone and welcome to 1/6 Figure Focus. You're watching episode number 117, can't believe it's been that many, of the Hope Show, weekly live stream dedicated to 1/6 scale collecting movies, TV shows, all that kind of thing, pop culture and all that jazz. Look, we got a big panel today. We probably will have 8, we've got 6 at the moment, so I'm just going to bring them all in. We have got Harrison, aka Viking Collectibles. We have Bob, aka the Tiny Art Guy. We have Mandy, member number 1 of the 6 Scale Shills. We have David, member number 2 of the 6 Scale Shills. And we actually have a full complement of shillery. We have got Matt all the way from Australia. You're very welcome here, folks. How are we all doing today? Tonight, just is it? What time is it for you, Matt?
5 a.m.
5 a.m.
Yeah.
Nice and early.
Okay. Yeah.
I had to commit and set an alarm to get up for this. So
5 a.m. In fairness, we'll give you that. Like that. I do know the feeling though, but I think the latest I've started was maybe like a 2:30 live stream and finished at like maybe 5:30. Harrison does some pretty early ones, I think, with Geo. Would that be right, Harrison?
Yeah, I'm up most like 4 to do geos most of the time.
Whoa.
If
How
I'm
much you
lazy,
go to bed really early then?
No, I just don't sleep.
You just don't sleep.
I just don't
Man,
sleep very
but
well. So it's
this is my
easier for me.
standard regular work day time anyway. So
Okay,
it's not
so
that
you'd
much
be
of a
up
stretch.
anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, good stuff. Well, thank you very much for making the effort and joining us. We should have Phil, Rogue One Collector, and Jim Collector joining us shortly. So look, we'll get straight into it. And look, Matt, you're here at 5 a.m. and it's your first time in the show, so we can get to pick how we start off the show. If I can find the slide here for me, flick through all these. Give me a second. There you go. Okay, what do you want to talk about?
Ooh. Okay, let's kick off with Daredevil.
Okay,
Please.
so do I have Daredevil? Okay. Do you want to just take it away there? This one you're interested in, Matt? I'll flick through the photos. If you want me to go to a specific photo, just let me know and I'll do something.
I'm really excited about this, but because I'm only been up a little bit, I'm starting to see there's already negative feedback towards it, like people saying the proportions are off, etc.
When you say people, you just say David. We know who you're talking about. I don't think he's the only one, though. I think I even at this shot here, I don't have the eye for this character, but I can see he's a little necklace.
It wasn't until I
definitely
saw,
suffers with stumpy neck syndrome.
I saw the figure hideout, and as soon as he pulled it out of the box, I was like, "Oh, wait a minute! I didn't see it before, but now I do." Sorry, Matt. Continue.
No, please go. Because I actually haven't seen the figure hideout video yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's interesting. I think the pictures, a lot of these are so dynamic in their posing, and the blogger shots are fantastic this time around. But they have posed it away somewhat, and I think that is not a point of contention for me, but it's difficult to establish whether I'm actually going to pay the invoice at this point. Like the figure hideout, I posted a picture on one of the groups, and it is just so blocky. Like the neck and everything is just missing. And I know we were talking in the background about padding out the traps and lengthening the neck, which we shouldn't have to do. But if that is easy enough to do, I might pay the invoice. But at the same time, I'm not ultimately that confident that those two things in isolation are going to fix the entire bulkiness of this.
Is this iconic enough as opposed to the black suit that's coming?
For me, I really like the suit from Born Again. I know it's much of the same from the previous suits that we've seen, but it's quite matte. He's very slender and athletic in it, and I think the overall appearance of Charlie Cox as Daredevil, I think he looks phenomenal. But to have that, they've just gone with that generic 1/6 blocky hero body and stuck it under the suit, I think. And I don't know if that's going to be fixable. I mean, if you could undress him, I don't know other way to put that really. If you could take the suit off the body and replace the body,
Weirdo.
Yeah, but in comparison,
He wouldn't be the
mustard
first
one.
person to undress a 6-scale figure. To be fair, for customizing.
of course.
I picked up the mustard one, and that's way chunkier than this one.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So there is that to take
It's
into
the
account.
focal length.
Don't, Andy.
Of course, man.
I
Of course.
will ban you from this stream. I don't know how I'll do it, but I'll find a way.
And these are Patrick's, aren't they? You can tell Patrick's
Yeah.
photos.
He's got
That'll
that
be nice.
unmistakable background.
You
now.
see-
Gets that gargoyle as well.
Yeah. With the mask on, he does look really short necked, but when they had the face sculpt, he looks longer necked, doesn't he? So yeah. But he's a skinny guy. They do need to use a different body. I mean, well, I wouldn't say skinny because in the new series he looks really, really healthy or fit. Yeah, but like, yeah, some of these pictures it looks fine, but some he just looks a bit like he's a bit like that, you know.
As in the new, I haven't watched Born Again, or I've watched the first season and a half of the Netflix, the older ones. I haven't seen any Born Again, or I haven't seen any of the second season.
You see shirtless, and he's in such good shape. Like,
And is
You
he
only
like
watch it for Karen.
oh, that's
lean
true.
or like as in? Are you saying so? This is
No,
too
he's
blocky
built
for
in.
him, is it?
He's
Athletic,
built now. He's built now. Yeah, he's a lot bigger than he used to be, I would say.
but he is still slim though, isn't he? He's got a lovely
Yeah.
shape. It's not like
Yeah.
he's
Triangle
bulky.
shape,
He's
like a
not
swimmer's
bulky
body.
at all. He's just like abs and
Lean.
gorgeous.
And that's probably
really,
as well, men getting older as well. Like if he was in good shape in his like 20s, it's probably easier to find that really, really skinny lean. But now it's probably a bit easier for him maybe to put on muscle, and he's still lean but a bit more chunky looking maybe. I don't know. Sometimes you've seen that in people, UFC fighters and stuff when they age and they shred down, they look more jacked, but it's just their body shape changes as they get older and stay in good shape. It's
I
just
was
different type of-
surprised how in such good shape he was. I think it was last week's episode.
But he's on that Marvel diet of boiled chicken, broccoli, and steroids. It's kind of how it goes, isn't it? Like it works. It really works. There's one photo that I don't have the eye for this. I don't have an eye for it at all. I never read the comics. Like I said, I've only watched the first season and a half of the Netflix. But as soon as I saw this, I thought of this guy. Now, side by side, not so much, but I don't know. It's just the
Yeah, that
It's the
sculpt.
beard.
Yeah, the sculpt has taken me back to like 2019. Like it's very 29. Is that even the Netflix one they've used there? Did that come with a sculpt originally?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I don't think it
isn't.
did actually. No, I don't
No.
think it did it?
That sculpt is terrible. Like compared to what they're pushing out recently, no rolling eyes, which I know with the argument that he's blind, but whatever. Let's not get into
Apparently,
that.
he looks up a lot though.
He
Like,
does.
he's
Yeah,
still,
he's very
like,
expressive with his
yeah.
eyes. Very expressive. He captures emotion. I mean, to play someone that's blind must be really difficult. So hats
Yeah.
off for that. I mean, it must
It's a
be-
strange compliment to give him, but like I've seen enough of him to know he does it very
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, it's like he's expressing emotion. His eyes are like looking up, and they're sort of like shaking a little bit because that's what blind people's eyes do.
Yeah, he's got that little. Yeah.
It's phenomenal. It's really good.
You're in a tight spot though, because like if you buy this, and I know you pre-ordered the black one with the double D's, the red double D's in the chest, and we know that they're gonna do the red one. They're drawing this out, and eventually they're gonna, maybe it pops up in the end of the season. From what I've heard, or maybe it pops up in the end of the season, or it carries into brand new day, or maybe it's just in brand new day, or maybe they wait for next season. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Absolutely.
But they're going to use the same body for all three of them, I would imagine.
Yeah,
know what I
that's
mean?
my thought. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I'm sort of disappointed that I pre-ordered that black suit one now because it's obvious.
Like
really.
say let's say in a perfect world, the neck was fixed. They were all the correct physique or whatever. Would you still need three, or would you prefer? Which one would be your number one, the desired one?
I'd probably have to wait until I saw that definitive red with the double D's at the end, right? But for now, at this moment in time, I'd say the black suit. I think it's the coolest. It's just a bit like disheveled and a bit war torn, if that makes any sense. Like the paint's
And,
coming
and
off.
it, the texture and the patterns are different, aren't they?
Yeah.
And again, just at face value, knowing nothing about the show, I would tend to agree with you. So who's in on this?
No.
I'm in. I'm buying it. I really like this one. I know it's got its issues of the neck and the. I would say it's the neck the main thing. His head just looks like it's too far into his chest. So I think you just lift the neck up a little bit. I think that will solve a lot of it. But I prefer this over the black one. I think the black one's all right, but it's not Daredevil. Not how I think of Daredevil.
They'd look quite cool together, though, wouldn't they, in a display?
You know what they did miss doing though? This one comes with the helmet on the little stand, and I feel like every single one of them should have come with that. So then eventually you could have them lined up.
That would be quite cool.
In the first
that'd be awesome
season. They've missed something with that.
They do that sometimes. They did it with the quarter scale QS19, the Dark Knight suit. They have like a little torso that you can display either Christian Bale head sculpt on it or.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
The only thing though, I do find it a bit cluttery then, especially if you like a clean display. It's like you're throwing random stuff into the.
I was going to say, I must admit, if anyone displays like the coins, and I know everyone has their different way of displaying stuff, or that some people like display like the head sculpts and stuff. I'm like, it does look a bit tap.
I wear my coins on a big chain around my neck.
Yeah, like Mr. T.
Even like I obviously this is everyone's going to glaze over now, but in the 501st, like each garrison, like they do merch runs every now and then, and so you can get like these really cool coins from like the Colombian garrison or the Spanish garrison or the I know Connecticut or whatever, and they're really cool. And I got a really cool one from Colombia that has a TIE fighter pilot on it, and I would entertain the thought of that, putting that next to the TIE fighter pilot. But at the same time, I know I'd be like, it's too much going on there. There's only like two things, the figure and you know what I mean. It's like I get how it's off-putting, and then sometimes I see it and I'm like, I like that for maybe like a week, and then we'll see. So I think everyone. So Mandy's out in this. I'm out in this. David, 50-50 about paying the invoice, or
I'd say 80-20 at this point. Harrison's going to fix it all for me, and he's going to tell me how to do it.
And he's going to have to fix the other two as well, man. Unless they fix them.
Yeah.
You'll be busy, Harrison. You'll be busy. Harrison's in, and Matt, you're sighted, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, I think as well. Like, to be honest, like again, like I know if it was a character I'd love, I'd be like, right, it's not perfect, but I probably would go for it as well. It still looks cool.
But my
like,
thing is the issues that are there. I think that you can pose them out.
Yeah.
Well, the T1000, I had to do that. Like one way or another, I was getting that figure. But
Shane, do you have the Topo set coming?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Nice.
Where is it? Importantly, I want it now.
Yeah, me too. It's taken forever.
I think it's supposed to be. I think it's this quarter. I think.
I thought it was Q1. I can't remember now.
It could be. You could be right. Could be right. But that one, like, I can't remember. I had a plan for that, but I think the plan involved that to get another sculpt. I think what it was. I think I ordered just a normal police outfit, and obviously I'm going to put the normal sculpt with that, or maybe the battle damage, whatever. But then I remember when I was doing my review, when I swapped out all the stuff for the biker look, I was like, actually, that looks.
Yeah, because it pads him out
better.
a bit more, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I think my plan was to keep the original body that comes with it, pose him up with the biker look, but then I'm going to have to source a head. You know what I mean? Which is unfortunate. But look, I think for Terminator, I'm willing to put in the effort. Before we go on to another segment, so I'm just going to flick through some of these. We got Corey with a K, we got Tiny Art Guy, we've got Malika McBain, we've got the 6-scale shields, all three of them. Who controls that there? I presume that's you, David, is it?
Yeah.
Gotcha. And then so we have all three of them. Today we got Viking Collectibles, we got Thali Meyer all the way from Germany, we got Doc Bat, we got TJ Mike, we have Dreams and Visions, making sure I don't forget anyone. Jim lives. Jim Collector is here as well, and we have just catching up. Dogito is here. Dreams and Vision, coins and cards are lame. I'd say there is a large proportion of people who would say collecting 6-scale figures is lame. Yeah, don't throw stones in glass houses. Like, you know, we're all lame here. Come on, haven't you heard? And of course we have Dogito as well. Thanks very much for joining. So we've got, so far we have 21 people watching live. So whether you're watching live on the replay, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, hit the bell notification, leave a troll comment. Isn't that right, Dave?
Yeah, well, 100%, 100%. It gets the numbers in, gets the numbers up. Brilliant.
Like, it's no secret that we don't see eye to eye on a lot of the Catwoman stuff, but I watched both your videos, and
No, I mean,
they were
this is
fair.
it, right?
They were
this is
fair.
what it's all about. It's that
Yeah.
back and forth. I love that.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that in a minute, though.
But they were fair. I don't agree with all of them, but they were fair, and I just don't get the shitty troll comment. I just don't get it. And you know, at least the ones that you showed to us, it looks like those people were using their actual real usernames. I don't know. I didn't click into the whatever, which is okay. That's somewhat commendable. At least you're not hiding behind a one subscriber, member for 2 minutes, and you're throwing out shade, which is just like you had to go and put effort into that. But yeah, look, we'll be getting to that at some point anyway. So Jim, if you fancy letting me in, that would be cool. Will we take a vote or?
Yeah, I'll take a vote. No,
He's only little. Come on.
Yeah, let him in.
Jim, I'm sorry.
Shoulder.
I'm sorry, Jim. I didn't realize. I didn't hear you knocking.
do we need to boo him or snap him?
Outrageous.
I'm getting
I don't
confused.
know. S-Beam,
Oh, shut
thanks
up,
so much
babe.
for being here. S-Beam and his brother. Sorry, did I just get this wrong? I think I've S-Beam and what's S-Beam's? Blue Tattoo. Yeah. Blue Tattoo. They be regulars on Geos as well, I believe. Wouldn't that be right, Harrison?
Yep. Yeah, they are.
Gotcha. Geo's got some good panels. He's got some big panels as well. I must get on sometime. Sorry, Jim. Do you want to give your thoughts on this while I flick back and forth on these?
I have so many thoughts as well. So many great thoughts.
go
But
on,
unfortunately,
Are
everyone said what
you-
I wanted to say. So I'll leave
are
it
you
at
a-
that. And you guys all said it for me.
Are you as
I
sad as
have
Daredevil?
no takes on this.
No takes.
No, not quite as sad as he is.
Jimmy, is
No,
this
I have no
something you
takes.
pick up or no?
His chest is a bit. No, I have no interest in this. I like the show; it's kind of interesting, but
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to pick him up. Definitely don't think I'm going to pick him up. But yeah, he needs some traps, as people have said, and he looks a bit shinier than I think the Screen Use one. David, I was mentioning that to you in your new Facebook group. But yeah, that's about what I have on that.
Okay, so not keen. No.
Nah, not
Okay.
particularly.
Okay, and we will go back then again. So go from
Jim
top
just
down.
disappeared?
Sorry,
He did. Jim's just
is he
vanished.
gone again?
No.
Yeah, he's gone again.
Yes,
Short
get
sweep.
in. Let's move on.
Oh, poor Jim.
This must have been what it was like during the actual snap. Just people just
Yeah,
left and
just
right.
snapped him for you, don't worry.
I'm gonna bet that this is your other half, David, or am I just wrong?
Oh yeah, that's
No?
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a wrong statement though.
Yeah, I love the way she's so supportive. That's a sign of a good relationship. yeah. Okay, Harrison, go for it. Oh, Jim's back for about 2 minutes, I'd say.
Damn it.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm going to choose, Shane?
Go for it.
No.
I want the snap. I always want
Do you know what? The snap is very on brand. The snap is very on brand. Okay. You know where this is going, folks. I have to keep it current. I have to keep it current. I just have to. So we've removed the production and the pre-order. And maybe I've mixed them around. But we've all looked at them enough to know which is which. But I don't want you to identify the production or identify the pre-order. I want you to just snap the one that you think looks worse.
Okay.
Do you get me? Because some people think, I've seen back and forth, some people think the productions look better and some people think the pre-order look better. Some people are mixed, you know. I think I'm in the mix. I think most of them I like the production, but there's one which I'm like... Harrison, which one would you snap?
the one on the left. The one on the right looks better.
Do you think so? Interesting. Bob?
I would snap the one on the left 100%. I think the one on the right looks much better.
Okay. Mandy?
Sorry to repeat the other two, but yeah, exactly the same. Snap the left, keep the right.
David?
we need some insights into these opinions. I would snap the right hand side. I think the left looks better.
Alert the press. We have found common ground. I would slap the one on the right, to be honest. I think the lip tone looks a little bit more natural on the left. Anyway, we'll come back to it. Matt.
The one on the right, snap it. The one on the left has way more definition. I think it looks considerably better, in my opinion.
And Jim.
I have no thoughts either way.
I'm going to snap the one on the left. The right one
Okay.
looks better to me than that one.
Just a quick overview. This will take 10 seconds. The reason I'm snapping the one on the right is because I think the lips are more natural on the left. I think the teeth are better. And I think the one on the right, as good as it is, I think looks a bit animated. Slightly. More, like I think the one on the left looks a bit more natural. But anyway, weigh in, folks. No particular order, go for it.
I really, the one on the right for me, I like the skin tone. I like the fact that the suit isn't as shiny. I like her eyes better. I prefer her lips. The one on the left looks like she's
convincing on the right.
Yeah, she looks like she's done a little bit too much makeup on the left. Like she's just about to go out, and she needs to like rub it off a little bit. The one on the right looks like she's been out a couple of hours, and it's saying more natural. Bob knows
Like
his makeup.
she's down to 3 lives, is what you're saying.
I do know my makeup.
Yeah, okay, fair. Why did you snap the one on the right, David?
I think the one on the left. Look, I know people say they prefer the skin tone, but to doing my research the last couple of days, I've come to realise that Michelle Pfeiffer in that film is rather pasty. Like in some of the scenes, she can almost disappear into the snowy background, right? So I think
she's delicate, David. She has delicate
flower, of course, man. That's what I was getting to. You interrupted me right at the pinnacle of my sentence there. But I think.
Hang on, David.
Is that your InArt deodorant?
Yeah, I'm just not gonna skip past that. But I do think I do agree on the makeup. Like the makeup, it should be a little bit more dishevelled, right? But other than that, I think everything on the left-hand side, the sculpt, I really like the way they've sculpted around the teeth and the lips, and they've captured all those folds where she's putting that, like the grimace.
What about the hair? Look at the hair on the right compared to the left.
That's just futzing,
I like
right?
the hair on the left.
That's futzing, yeah, you can fix that.
Yeah,
Where is the hair on the left? On the left.
But I did say that, right?
It's tucked to the right, Mandy.
Yeah,
The shine on the right is better. It's a bit more realistic. The shine on the actual.
It does need to be a bit more dishevelled, I agree, but that's just a futzing job, right? You can do that yourself. Yeah, I think the less. Every time I feel like I'm finding common ground with everyone, I'm like on the other side again, and then everyone hates me.
The one on the left, I'm noticing it's not on a pole; it's on a neck, and I do remember when he held up one of the, I think it was the clean version, and one of the sculpts. It wasn't the battle damage sculpt on the live stream. People were saying, where'd the neck go? But it does look like there's a decent neck on this here. So I don't know. Maybe that was just like a head on the thing, but there wasn't the right neck connector or something. I don't know. But all right, look, we'll go with the next one then. We'll start with Harrison.
I'm going to go with the one on the left, I think.
Are you snapping or keeping the one on the left?
Keeping the one on the left, snap the one on the right. I think the teeth look a little bit better on the left. The teeth look a lot more sunken in on the right. I think go with the left, snap the one on the right.
Bob?
Yeah, it's difficult in it because of the exposure of the photos is quite different.
I believe the word of the week is focal length. I think that's what.
Yeah, it could be, but I think the one on the left. This is more close to me than the last one, but I think the one on the left again has got more subtle tones around the eyes. It's a bit less harsh, a bit more realistic. So I would snap the one on the right in this case.
And Mandy?
I'm in total agreement. I prefer the overbite on the left. The focal length doesn't look that much different on these two, but again, the makeup's more smudgy on the left, more smoky. The one on the right, like I said, just looks like she's just done it, and she needs to like buff it out a little bit. But I like the overbite. I do like an overbite on people. I really do. I like, if you can get your finger under your toe, yeah. I'm good with an overbite.
Weirdo.
Snap the one on the right.
David?
I'm surprised no one else has done it. They're the same picture. Honestly, I don't really see a difference here apart from the exposure of the picture.
Look at the makeup.
Andy, Shane asked me.
The angle's different.
Who was that? Does anyone else hear that?
Say again?
It's me down here.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Jim.
Little Jim.
I see. I'm really preferring.
Sorry, Jim.
The paler tone. I'm preferring the paler tone on the right-hand side. Oh, that will change. That's weird.
The one on the right-hand side got a more square jaw than the one on the left-hand side. Or was that just me?
It's because of the photo angle. It's because the one on the left, it's from a lower angle.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Is it?
tilt
I don't
the
know.
head down. Look at the top
Look
of
at
the
the
head.
bottom of the chin. But she's got a square chin on the right and a pointed one on the left.
Yeah,
That's not
probably the
angle.
focal length.
I think it's angles and shadow.
Yeah, let's go with that.
I agree. No,
Because to me, the one on the right looks like a pointier chin. It's
Yeah.
wild.
yeah, but one on the left's got, you could do a parabolic curve from cheek to cheek around that chin. The one on the left,
what
on the
now?
right, you've got clear.
One second,
angle.
I need to get out my dictionary. What?
Yeah,
This is
You could
art
do a
talk.
Your
smooth
what?
curve. You could do a smooth
Dictionary.
smooth curve.
Dictionary.
That
Thesaurus.
one on the left. You could do a smooth curve with a brush or anything else. The one on the right, you've got tiny little angles coming straight down. Then you've got another angle going to the left-hand side of the jaw. Then it goes straight. Then it goes up again. This
But
square
it's-
jaw on the right.
I think if you pulled the one down, just pulled the chin down a bit on the one on the left. Although it does look like Thanos' finger is either hers going like this or someone's going, kitty, kitty.
The one on the left does look
I
like
think
it's
it's just the angle.
slightly upwards. Is that what you're saying? Like, as in,
Yeah. It's
yeah,
more
yeah, I
like
get you, I
that
get you.
than that.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, yeah. I suppose even like everything's going to make a difference as well. The even the backgrounds, the fact that the grey is on one and the dark kind of almost it's like a really dark grey. Then like it's not quite black, but it's that's going to make a difference as well. The one on the right looks a bit closer as well, doesn't it? And it's on a neck. That's another thing I just realised there that this is on a neck, and the last one was on a pole as well, and one of them was on a neck.
massively change the perception just because of
Look
that
at the
thick
teeth.
neck.
It looks like this or that. It really looks like a or a doesn't it? Push your chin forward. Push your chin forward and make.
Yeah.
it
Okay,
exactly.
I'm with you. With you.
That makes sense.
And the first one is like and then.
Like I can see the likeness in both of these. I think this is
Yeah.
tougher.
Mm.
The eyes are great.
I think I'm gonna slap the left only because the one on the right, it's not as puffy. There's more definition in the cheeks. Can you see the little? I know it's probably just shadows. I don't know.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, the angles of those are different. The angles
Yeah.
of the curve on the cheeks are different. One's going one way, one's curved, so it goes to the left and then down. The other one's curved to the right and one down. If you take the left-hand side of her face, those two curves are different curves.
No, that's fair.
Am I talking any sense here or not? I don't know.
No,
Probably not.
you're but you're noticing things as well, like from your art point of view that maybe that attention to detail that I don't have. Do you
But
know?
apparently
So,
they're the same sculpt.
This is divisive. We're debating.
it's the same sculpt, yeah, but there's a million different things that make the difference. One's on a head sculpt, one's on a neck, one's not. The backgrounds, the one seems slightly closer, and maybe that, like all jokes aside, could actually be the aperture, the focus length, the sensitivity, and a million other settings. If it's lit, the one on the right,
It's
It's
sharper
just-
on the right.
yeah,
Isn't it?
see the shine on her head, like literally. I don't know, you probably can't see it. Can you see the cursor? No. Is my cursor? Oh, no, it's probably. Like the one on the right, that shine just above her eyes and that kind of the glossy part of it. I'm guessing that's that reflection of how it's lit.
Yeah.
I mean, it just looks like it's lip bit, or even
You
with a
think
warmer light, so she's not
Do you
spinning.
think the mask on the right looks like there's more gap between the mask and her face than the one on the left?
I can't see that, to be honest. I
there's
don't
a
know.
bit. I don't know. The one on the left though is quite chunky at the gaps.
I don't envy
It's
any of these
potato
companies.
starters on this, isn't it? You know.
Right, quick snap. So Harrison, go again, left or right?
I was just looking because I haven't watched this film in
God.
ages, so I couldn't even really remember what she looked like. But I don't think either of these actually look like her, to be honest. I'm looking at a picture of her now in this exact facial expression with the teeth out. The one on the left, I still think is closer. The slight overbite is closer. The eye makeup looks closer. The mask looks better shaped. But I don't think either of these look like her, unfortunately, which is a real shame.
You know
She's
what?
so
Originally,
beautiful.
yeah. When she's in I watched this last night, but you know, when she's in because I bought the 4Ks before Christmas, and I only got to watch the first one. Do you know the way on the left, when she's in the cat outfit, I think they actually do put like what would be foundation on her, like white makeup, or like, you know, I don't think it's her. They put makeup on her actual face, not just her eyes and her lipstick, to make her look a bit paler. That's what it looks like. And then when she's walking around as Selena Kyle, she looks a bit more colour in her face, just from what I picked up yesterday. But
In this picture, she's very white. And the lip, so the skin colour's right, the lip colour's right. I just don't think the face is right.
the thing is, the more you're talking now, I'm actually going over towards the left now, because I actually think the pallor is better. But I like the cheeks on the right. Yeah.
It's also on the right. It looks like a warmer, like the Kelvin. It's turned up a bit. You know, it's
Which
warmer. Whereas the
could be
left,
just
it's cooler.
lighting.
Yeah.
Focal length.
Okay, so you're
no.
getting rid of Harrison. You're
colour.
getting the one on the right. Yeah,
I'm keeping the one on the left and getting rid of the right.
grand. Bob,
Same as Harrison. Keeping the one on
Mandy,
the left.
Same.
David,
Snap the left.
Matt,
Snap the right, keep the left.
and then Jim.
I agree with Matt.
He's a diplomat.
First time for everything.
And go on, we'll start with you, Jim, so you can't agree with Matt.
Damn it. These both don't look very good from this. She looks a bit goofy. I am going to snap the one on the left because I think the right looks a little bit better.
And Matt,
Snapping the one on the right and keeping the left.
David,
I'm going to snap the right. I think the right-hand side looks like a really badly made custom.
Mandy,
Snap the left, keep the right.
and Bob.
I'm going to snap the left and keep the right.
Harrison.
Yeah, same as Bob. I think the hair looks better on the right. I think the lips look better on the right.
Looks
I think
more
the
natural.
eyes and the
100%.
eye makeup looks better. I think the
She's
shade,
got
like the
Barbie hair
shape.
on the left.
Yeah, well, I think
Yeah.
the right's better.
Her
the
skin
left
looks
is-
a bit more like a Barbie on the left, I think.
Yeah,
I'm going to snap the one on the right. And just to sum it up then, so if we go back to, just in case you didn't know, the one on the left is the production piece here. The one on the right is the production piece here. And the one on the left is the production piece here. You know what? I don't envy Jazzinc, InArt, Hot Toys, customizers, sculptors. Because if we can't agree on it, and there's six, seven of
we've
us
all-
here, what
yeah.
hope is like, I
Yeah.
can't. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
I didn't see me and Shane on the same side of the fence on my bingo card tonight. That wasn't.
No, neither did I. Definitely not. Not a chance. Not a chance.
Never again.
You know what, Dave? We've been united through trolls. You know.
But you know, saying all this, someone as beautiful as Michelle Pfeiffer, where would you even start? You know, to try and
Mandy,
capture
look, we're not
that
here to simp. We're here to talk about figures.
gorgeous. face,
Yeah.
you know, and the eyes are so dreamy. Like, I mean, they haven't done a bad job.
Did you see that post? It definitely seemed like rage bait, and if it was, it worked. Where someone put up, like, it wasn't even in one of the photos today. It was one of the photos from the weekend. I think it was one of the better ones. And then put next to it, it was like, okay, let's just put this prototype up against Hot Toys widely regarded, something like this, I'm paraphrasing, best female head sculpt, and they chose Wonder Woman. And it's like, nobody thinks that's the best, you know?
Yeah.
And like, it's just like comment after comment. It's like, no one says this is the best, you know? It wasn't really. Okay, folks, that was kind of fun. So, is it your pick, Bob?
Yeah, go on then. Let's do. Is that Corky the cat in the middle?
I was really wishing you didn't pick the cat.
Oh.
We can talk about Catwoman now, or we can talk about, if you want to talk about it, get it out of the way now and lead into it.
No, let's
It makes sense
let's talk about the new deck, or Derek, as Mandy calls him.
Yeah.
Derek.
Okay.
Yeah, Derek.
Don't ask him. Don't ask. It's not worth
Fair
it.
enough. He doesn't give Derek vibes, but fair enough.
Oh, he does. He's all little and cute, especially the other figure.
He's more of a Ryan. Derek's not little and cute. He's like a van driver, a painter and decorator, like that. He's like,
My
"Right,
alien's
name's
called
Derek.
Harry.
To go down the
He's
pint."
Derek.
Did
fair
Ricky Gervais have a series where he played a guy called Derek?
He did, yeah. Autistic chap.
Yeah, I remember
so.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it's excellent. Really good.
Yeah. He's a big fan of Ricky Gervais. I'll just flick through these. So you started this, Jim. Oh no, sorry, Bob
Yeah, Jim.
picked this.
Bob
Sorry, Bob,
Did.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
must
did
look
enjoy
alike,
the
Bob.
film. Yeah. It's not for me. I want that little fella though. I think Bud's really cool. I think that people might have been disappointed not to get him with the first figure, really, because I just think he adds something to it. But yeah, I don't like the mask. I just, from a distance, it just looks like you hot toy too close to a radiator and it's just melted. It does.
So it looks
That
like melted
I-
welly.
Yeah, it just looks like someone's destroyed their original deck that they had. Whereas this guy, I think he's pretty cute. I love his eyes and his face and his character in the film. That's all I'll say. I haven't got that much constructive to say about deck, so I'm not a huge fan of the movie.
Just chime in wherever you want there, lads. I'm just going to flick up some of the comments on the... I'm just going to release Jim there from captivity underneath the comments, and I'm going to go through some of these comments. You can just chat away about this. And
Okay.
don't rush.
I
Thank you, Matt.
I think Bud's really cute, but he's not a very great accessory, and he's really not articulated well. As for Derek, it might be the better version out of the two figures, like the previous one and this. This might be the better one, but I'm not invested in this. I did like the movie, but I don't think I need a figure representation for this.
I think I'm
Bud
the same.
needs a
I
neck.
went from not being into it, and then I started watching the film, and I was like, oh, I really want a deck now. And then I was like, Harrison pointed out loads of issues with the first one. And I was like, okay, maybe I don't need a deck or a Derek, whatever we're going with. And I'd say the first one's the better one because you'd rather have fear. Well, I would
Yes.
rather have fear. I feel like someone was saying at one of the streams, you're basically getting like a year and a half there, whereas here it's basically like another, Grogu or baby Deadpool or Dogpool or something like that.
Yeah, but I'd
Right,
want a
yeah,
full
Matt, what
version
you're
of
saying,
her,
there's
not
no
a
articulation in the
half
arms.
version, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you get the
Most of
head
the film,
sculpt, so
so I
you
could
could
take that.
make you could make
Yeah.
a full figure, couldn't you? Because you do get a decent head sculpt and her eyes move.
For me,
That's true. Oh, rolling eyes.
rolling eyes, yeah. I think this one is one of the most obvious shameless double dips that Hot Toys have done in a while. Because I think fans of this film are going to want that little guy, what's his name, Bud. And you get, like someone said, you get a figure and a half in the first pack. And then to complete the trio, which is like the whole the film coming to an end and exploding right there at the end there, you need this little guy as well. So you sort of need to get this. So it wouldn't surprise me if we see a lot of people double dipping and then selling off the Predator. Yeah.
So yeah, this is 360, and I think the other one was 390. As much as I don't like this movie, I think the other one I'd prefer to have. I found her really annoying, but I just like the. Yeah. I like the that kind of, you get a figure and a half basically, and the way he's like carrying her around. It's a very cool accessory in the same way that I like the Chewie and C-3PO thing carrying around, whatever. Like, but I think she's a better. It's almost a shame to call her an accessory, really. Like, better half a figure.
This is $30 less.
This is $30 less because I suppose they could probably do that because they don't have to put the R&D into the molds because they've already done it. So this is them literally going, we have the molds here, we'll do this again. Everyone wants a bud.
It's a cool outfit though. It's a really cool outfit. This is when his head's like, this is the first Predator film I've ever seen, and I loved it. So I went to the cinema on my own to see this.
This
and I
makes
really
the
loved
first
it.
one though an absurdly better deal than this.
Yeah. I think they're both good.
I agree on that.
Mandy, I'd argue you still haven't seen a Predator movie, but you know, like it's
that's fair.
It's really.
Oh, look, he's so cute.
This has the most Predator.
Yeah, Mandy, this is very different to the rest of the franchise.
I probably wouldn't like them then. I like this a lot.
This is the Disney version for children.
Then that's what happens in my head, and that's where I'm going in 8 weeks.
Yeah. So, anyone in on this straight away? I know, Harrison, you're a big fan of Predators in general. Have they done enough to get you to commit, or because you, if you correct me if I'm wrong, you are in the first one, but you had a lot of reservations in terms of the skin tone was inaccurate and the mandibles, the seam lines are pretty.
Yeah, they got a lot of little things wrong that just added up to being a big problem, I think, for the first version, and they haven't really solved it with this version either. I knew when they announced this one that they were going to display it with the mask on because they have ruined that face. They need to do 2 separate sculpts because that giant swap out mandible on the front is just leaving too many seams, and even at release I don't think they're going to be able to fix it. I do think it's going to be a case of having to wear the mask for Deck, which is a shame because Deck doesn't really wear the mask throughout the entire film. Even when he wears this, he takes it off in about 5 minutes. The whole point of Deck is the fact that you can see his emotions, you can see his expressions, and if you can't see his face, it's just not the point of him. So yeah, they haven't really. The only thing they have touched up a little bit is the color of the body. It is not as pink as the first version, so that's a good thing.
Which maybe for
I'll
the
do
actual,
with the other one.
Yeah, they might.
You're in trouble, Mandy. I think you just assumed Bud's gender. Apparently, Bud is a girl. I can't remember. Is Bud a girl? I can't remember.
I think so. Yeah.
I think she's a girl. Yeah.
Get her off.
I don't like the fact that I don't like the fact that the mask has got plastic wrapping. Like, you can quite clearly, I think it should have just been fabric, so it just went on and off easily. The spear shouldn't have been with this one. It should have been with the first one. They've put it with this one to make you buy this one because the plants eat the spear way before this scene, so he doesn't have it. So that shouldn't have been with this one. If anything, that should have been saved for a third one, for the third outfit that he wears at the end of the movie.
You're going to get a call from Howard. You know, we want you on our marketing team. We reckon you think the way we think.
I don't know. It's just I think there's just lots of little things with the deck. The best one so far has been the dad. I've got that one on order, and I do have the first Deck and Thea on order, hoping that they'll fix it. But the dad is so good that it makes this look even worse, which is a shame. I'm hoping they do his brother.
They could have thrown Bud in the first pack, but to play devil's advocate, if people really liked this look, is there a way of giving us this look, like in one figure? You get Deck, you get Bud, you get Thea, and you get swap out parts to make him like this, as if kind of cleaning battle damage or whatever, but it'll be kind of clean
the
and
DX
armored
version.
Is there a way though?
Not really, because a lot
not
of
with the
this stuff
body.
is no, not with the body, because like he has different gauntlets. He's got like a lot of different parts. I don't think you'd be able to do that. But what they could have done Bard with the first one, because then you would have had essentially a whole pack with all of them. You'd had half of Thea, Bard, and Deck in his outfit he wears for most of it, and that would have pleased everyone. Then you could have done this one that could have made it an exclusive and given Thea's legs instead, because that's the bit where Thea's legs are in it, and that would have been quite amusing just to see a pair of legs. And then you could have done the third look, which is Deck in the silver with the spear, with Thea as a whole, and then if you wanted to do Bud really big, but I wouldn't. But again, you could have done those as exclusives, and then it would have made sense. But this
Is that like from the very end?
From the very end when he kills his dad? Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Howard is going to love you, mate.
So he wears like this silver, very thin armor, and Thea is whole, and Bud is all grown up. And bites his dad's head off.
So, no one's on a panel getting this then, would I be right?
No, I don't think so.
Yep.
Okay.
Not getting it.
Right.
No.
Yeah. If I like this movie, I think the first one would be the one to get. I think I agree with Harrison. People are going to part out this figure, I'd imagine. Because a lot of people are going to be looking for Bud.
Yeah, I'll buy the Bud separately, and I'll buy the spear separately, and then I don't need that one.
Yeah. It'll be hard to come by though, because I think a lot of people have the same idea. But all right, Mandy.
InArt.
I saw that kind of mile off.
It wasn't.
I'll
Mandy,
fly
you,
through
right?
this, and then we can. Okay, so. Oh god, it's going to be hard to read this.
One
but
does
I'm gonna
not
go
simply
for it.
fly through InArt news, Shane.
Pardon? All right.
One
Okay.
does not
Yeah.
simply fly through.
I mean, I'm going to fly through reading the stuff, and then we can have a discussion after.
Okay.
Okay. What I understand about this is, in the live stream, when they had the girl who works for InArt answering questions about the Batfleck, and other people were asking her other questions as well, someone like jotted down everything she said. So this is legal. And this is fact-based now. It has to happen. That's the way it works. So take it with a pinch of salt, but these are collated questions and answers, mostly information from the inner live stream. So the chest emblem will definitely be redesigned. A casual outfit, basically a Bruce Wayne, Ben Affleck Batman, is highly requested and being considered. I suppose if the InArt Batfleck flies off the shelves, I'd imagine there's a stronger chance of getting a Bruce Wayne. They did it for Pattinson, so I mean, there's an argument to say that BVS, whether you like it or not, is more popular than 2022. So Desert Batman, that's the Nightmare Batman, would likely be made if the man stays strong. Again, if the InArt, I'd imagine if the InArt BVS flies off the shelf. A Bat Cave or Armory setup is being considered. Doesn't say if it's Keaton, if it's Batfleck, if it's Bale, but it seems to be wedged in questions about Batfleck, so maybe there's no more context. That'd be speculation. 1/6 scale Ben Affleck Batman is planned for release. Well, that's what the live stream was about. That bit threw me, not gonna lie. The Joker license has one last use remaining. Will release a premium version at the right time. I think they're talking about the Heath Ledger Joker there. I'm guessing it's not the Nicholson. So, I mean, do they go back and do a 2.0 of their purple coat? That will drive everyone mad. Or do they do a nurse? But I've heard the nurses, Warner Brothers don't want that happening. Cop outfit could be likely. Bank robber could be likely. Who knows? Gandalf the White will be made. Justice League armored Ben Affleck Batman is under consideration, so there's nothing set in stone there. We've never seen him do an armored kind of a thing, but you know, I'm just reading out what it is here. Game of Thrones license is currently being negotiated. The Matrix line is in development. That seems very like not being considered, or if the man is strong, that seems a lot more. And again, it could be a translation thing. The person might have wrote that down and maybe that was an accident, but it just seems very definitive. You've taken it as face value. The Matrix line is in development, and John from InArt did say that they're doing at least Neo from the first Matrix. Desert Batman and Funeral Suit Ben Affleck are being confirmed again. That's just Bruce Wayne and Nightmare. Full setup for Lord of the Rings. Fellowship will be announced, and so they're going to complete the Fellowship. The Hobbit, they're going to build out that line. Saruman is currently in development. Resident Evil. Jim and Harrison, calm down. Lord Voldemort is being considered. Men in Black is being considered. More Michael Jackson. Sirius Black. Superman the Batman Who Laughs. A Bull Demon King. First question when I finish reading this is going to be, what is a Bull Demon King? Supergirl and Lobo. Sorry, I just seen the trailer and I just think, why? Don't be that guy. It's just not for you. It's for someone. It's for someone. Someone else out there will love those movies, and someone else out there will like that. So yeah, I'm not going to be that guy. But considering open a physical store in, I'm not going to chance pronouncing that, a high popularity flagship IP will debut at Wonder Festival. They're going to do all 6 Friends characters for sure, definitely. Mm-hmm. For Dune Part 2 or future installments. Okay, this is really funny. They just say Paul, Paul's mother, Paul's godfather, Paul's grandfather. It's like, it's just, there's Paul, then there's Paul mother, and then they just have Robert Pattinson, which is funny. So Paul Atreides, then the Reverend Mother. It's Rebecca Ferguson. It's Jessica, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which would be amazing if they did the second
That
one.
would be brilliant.
With all the face tattoos.
Yeah, that would be incredible.
And you know, all the intricate, she's almost got like that Queen Amidala kind of intricate, strange out there. Robert Pattinson is Skytail from Dune Part 3. And then dual form Paul, I would imagine that's swap out Eyes of Ibad and other things like that from maybe different outfits from Part 2. That's a lot. I'm going to stop talking now. What do you think?
Yeah.
What are you hyped about? What do you think?
Resident Evil.
Resident
and Lord
Evil.
of the Rings.
100%. Yes, Harrison.
Yeah.
Jessica.
And Batman Who Laughs.
Lord of the Rings.
Only if it's 1/6. I have a feeling that Batman Who Laughs will be 1/12.
Good point. Good point.
Same
That's
with
just showing a process.
And that's why I think what Resident Evil will be, unfortunately, because they've already said multiple times they're not doing video games in 1/6.
Good point. Yeah.
Well, maybe
yeah.
Wukong has swayed them. You know, it's
I
done
hope
well,
so.
I think.
I really hope so.
Yeah, Zubajo was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, for those that have
Fingers
got
crossed.
Imagine how they're going
It's
to do
coming.
Christopher Lee. Oh, that's just going to be phenomenal. Saruman.
That's going to be
Just-
really good.
That will be just
That would be
jaw-dropping.
epic.
Because you think Dooku Hot Toys did an amazing Dooku, and I've often thought about picking up another sculpt and trying to get it bearded and haired, and then now these it's just like, oh, brilliant, you know.
Does he wear
Bilbo would be
prosthetics
nice.
in the Lord of the Rings to play Saruman? Like his nose looked bigger to me.
I
So I was just wondering
I think Ian
was
McClellan
wearing
actually
prosthetics.
did, and I'm pretty sure Gimli did. So, sure,
Really?
they were all at it. Yeah, I'm
think
just
most of them
speculating.
did. I think
He has
most
got a
of them
big
did.
nose, though, as he's got older.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your
ears
nose-
and noses don't stop growing, do they?
Yes, I was about to say you beat me to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, ears and
And your
noses.
ears. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
damn.
the great thing about Christopher Lee as well, he read Lord of the Rings every single year. He was a massive fan, wasn't he? So that's
Yeah.
twofold.
Apparently, he played in a metal band as
He was
well
a cool
and
guy,
fought
to
in
be
a war.
fair.
Yeah.
He's very cool.
He did,
Very, very
yeah.
cool.
Be
Yeah.
He
interesting
lived a
to
life.
see what they do with the Michael Jackson, or further ones of them they do. Just
Yeah.
Surely, a thriller surely is
Yeah.
on the cards.
I'd be
A
surprised
bad
that's
would
not
be
already
good.
happened.
Yeah,
I would
think
like
it's
an
because
Yeah.
Elsa Warm with big hair. That would be so cool.
Do you guys know about Men in Black figures?
I'd be quite interested in them, actually. I
There's some
rewatched them
old
with
ones
the
out by
kids.
another company, wasn't there? I can't remember
Yeah.
who did them. But years ago.
Like if they did Edgar, that would be cool.
What do you think the flagship IP is going to be?
Golden Girls.
I don't know. That's quite exciting though.
It is
I
exciting.
hope it's
I hope-
something that is
Austin
exciting, and
Powers.
then
Then.
we don't
It
go,
can't-
oh.
It can't be Marvel and it can't be Star Wars because they won't have.
Yeah,
the
it won't be
license.
anything Disney.
Could you imagine if it was,
shouldn't.
though?
It shouldn't be
Oh,
DC.
come on.
That would be
because-
that would be insane.
It probably wouldn't be DC because Well, they already have done DC stuff,
In
so it's
there
not.
about nothing in there about Walking Dead, is there? In that list?
No.
No. But
That
you
would be
notice the way
new,
like
though.
some of the questions are kind of asked over here, or there's answers on both sides. Like it says a Ben Affleck Batman Batsuit free version. I think that's really funny. That's a Bruce Wayne. And then on the right they mention the funeral suit Ben Affleck. That's the same thing. Like, so I wonder, is it possible that the Matrix line is in
Would that
development on the
be-
left, and then on the right they say a popular IP will debut at Wonder Festival. I wonder, is that like,
Could be
is
that.
it the Matrix? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'll be one of the other. Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense.
So,
Yeah.
guys, I got a bit of a
Yeah,
hot take. They make reference to the Nightmare Batman a couple of times. So, potentially, with the Joker announcement, would it potentially be the Nightmare Joker, the Leto one?
Oh no.
I don't think so. And it's not because
Interesting.
of the lack of popularity of him in general. I think it's because in a previous stream with John, he said that they were going to do another Heath Ledger Joker. He did say they were gonna.
I remember
And
that. Yeah.
there was a bit like, at the start it was like InArt are never going to do 2.0s, but then he kind of went, well, you know, we're getting better, our paint apps are better, and in the future, if the time was right.
But are we Heath Ledgered out?
I think a lot of people are. I'll always throw an eye on something that's Dark Knight.
I'll buy another couple.
Do you know what I mean?
Has
Marco
everybody
16 fix.
got
will buy one.
Heath Ledger Jokers here?
Ah, yeah, sure. They're come
No,
free now
I
with
don't.
cereal boxes.
Yeah.
No, I don't have
See,
one.
I
of those.
haven't. It's not my Joker.
Who's your Joker? Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson, yeah.
Well, don't hold your breath on that one, Mandy. I would
No, I
probably
know.
get
I've got him already.
I could potentially end up with 4 if the J&D bank robber isn't too hard to come by. I'll probably get that, and then I will probably buy the InArt 2.0 as well. So I'm a bit of a sucker for that
But
character.
would you, like, if it was a purple coat, you'd buy a 2.0, or would it have to be a different look?
Yeah, so that Joker announcement, could it be the bank robber?
It could be, and it says when the time is right. Are they waiting for like Hot Toys to release and for that to die down, and then
I
J&D
think
to
maybe
release?
some swap outs, right? A 2.0 with both of the looks in the box would probably make the most sense.
Yeah, and it does say it's a premium version. Which, does that mean it's up there with the 4-pack? Because that was interesting. I just see
Poor
it's like it
translation.
comes with everything you could possibly
purple
want.
coat,
like.
nurse. Wow.
Yeah, that'd be insane.
I'd be interested to see the Supergirl, and I think the film looks amazing. I really do. From the clips I've seen, it'd be like, yeah,
We're so different. We are so
you
different.
know, I know.
Yeah, it's like the I've heard the actress is very good, but I haven't watched House of Dragons, but haven't gone back and watched A Night for the Seven Kingdoms. I absolutely loved that. That was so good. I'm gonna watch House of the Dragons, and I heard she's in it. I heard she's great in it. But yeah,
Yes,
like,
yeah. First
I
season,
just
she's-
looked at the hot mess she was at the end of the Superman film. You know, it's just like, who doesn't love a hot mess in a trench coat? You know.
I didn't really care for how she called Superman a bitch. I don't know. I just that kind of bothered me a bit. Like, it was just like,
And
come
it's
on, don't
her
be putting
dog
him
as
down.
well. You know.
Rob the dog, and now the dog's a pup.
Wasn't that everyone's main complaint about Superman in that film?
The dog,
In a way.
yeah.
No,
And they've made the dog a
loves the
pup
dog.
now.
Gotta
I
love,
love
a dog
dogs.
in the film.
But I wasn't going to see Super Dog. It was Superman.
Super
Yeah.
dog.
David,
When
you
are
love
they
crypto,
gonna
don't you,
release
buddy?
that Corrin
Yeah.
Sweat?
I love crypto. Love him
Yeah.
to bits. Brilliant.
When is Corrin Sweat coming? He's supposed to be coming soon, isn't he?
It's imminent. It is imminent. Yeah.
Him or Reeves. Reeve. Sorry, not Reeves. Reeve. So Phil says, "Hey everyone, apologies for not being able to make it. Technical issues caused by cats."
Oh,
I
Sorry.
think they've eaten his headphones.
Oh no.
I can remember.
I hope the cats are all right. And the
With the
headphones.
wire.
Okay, just do a run around with this. Okay, very interested in the Matrix line, obviously. And I'll always throw an eye on a Heath Ledger Joker. Might necessarily get it, but I will throw an eye. And obviously the Dune stuff. That's what I'm hyped about. Bob?
Yeah. Yeah, not far off what you said, to be honest, Shane. The Dune stuff might well make me suddenly just go for Dune because I haven't yet. And the Matrix line again, and the Matrix line as well. So those two could be me going, more in this direction.
I do really hope, though, if they do the Neo from the first movie, no mess around. We want the look. We want he's going into the lobby with the long coat, the glasses, the harness with all the guns in it, and the duffel bags, and a bit of a broken lobby. That's the look. We want that look.
Absolutely.
Like, there's no need to be throwing out anything random like, oh, this is his he arrived late to work look. No. Mandy.
Lord of the Rings, Hobbit, Jessica, and potentially another Paul, and Supergirl, and I think that's probably it for me.
Still sounds expensive, doesn't it, Mandy?
It does. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 on a pre-order. Couple are paid off, so we're good.
Yeah, it's nice when you get a few paid off.
Oh, do you know what? My Anakin went today. Artisan Anakin gone.
You are now artisan free.
I am.
2 out of 3 shields are artisan free. Yeah.
Now.
And
what about you, Matt?
Going aside for Michael Jackson.
Matt, are you feeling the pressure, the anti-artisan pressure?
Yeah, like I have these two at me all the time, so yeah.
Yeah.
Is your Shield's membership at risk?
Yeah, that's right.
Which ones do you have?
God.
Which ones do you have, Matt?
I have the Dark Empire, and I have Harley Quinn coming.
Gotcha. And by any chance, are you keen on the Winter Soldier?
Not at all.
Not at all.
My actual catchphrase, it looks like dog shit to me.
Really?
Yeah.
You actually don't like it at all?
Damn.
No, I think that hairline is horrible.
Yeah.
See, he's more harsh than David sometimes.
Oh no, he's not. No, to be fair though, I think myself and Harrison spoke about this. Was it last week or the week before? It was like I wasn't gone on the likeness, but I do really love the character.
Character's phenomenal, but I don't think they've got the right representation. I think they need to bring his fringe forward and make it a bit more floppy over his face.
He needs less forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the artisans, the hairline, that's
like at this point he's got my forehead. Like he's got such a receding hairline like me.
I know.
I mean, I was going to say I could do a bit less forehead, but these things happen. What can you do?
Which are you interested in, David?
I'm so glad you asked, Shane. I'll get to the proper shill. If Ben Affleck is rooted, I would be interested. Like the Bruce Wayne. I don't think it will be. I wouldn't be interested in a sculpted version of that. Desert Batman, which is mentioned a few times, which is confirmed and then likely be made. So is it or is it not? Nightmare Batman, 100%. I wanted a representation of that for a long time. I tried the Hot Toys. They weren't very good. No interest in the armory stuff. Joker, again, I'll do that. Gandalf the White, double dip on a Gandalf. Hell yes, I'll be in for that. I don't know what the Armored Justice League is. I'm assuming it's not the same as the Armored Hot Toy.
I think that's a mistake.
It's the tactical suit.
Do you think so?
I think it's the tactical one from Justice League because it says Justice
Yep.
League. It's the one he wears at the end.
I made a mistake then in my video. I thought they were talking about the armored Batman from.
I assume the same.
Yeah, fair enough.
But Game of Thrones, never been interested in that. The Matrix, I don't feel like that held its cult status over the years.
The first movie, David.
The first, okay, the first.
They were let down by the second, third, and.
I was talking to someone the other day about Lord of the Rings, and I think they were saying that they didn't think they would make Merry and Pippin, and I said, without a shadow of a doubt, if they do not make Merry and Pippin, the Fellowship is not complete, and I will die on that hill. I don't care. I want them. Do all of them. The Hobbit,
you're right. It's 9. There's 9 of them.
Yeah, there's 9 exactly.
You need the complete Fellowship. Yeah.
Mandy, you need the complete Fellowship. The
Boromir included.
The Hobbit. I mean, anything The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings, throw it at me and I'm buying it. Simple as that. Resident Evil, depending on who it is, I could be tempted. Men in Black, nah. Michael Jackson will continue. We need Thriller. We need Billie Jean. We need Bad. We need all of those. Superman, No, I don't. The Ball Demon King. I know Jim and Harrison have played the game. That is like a diorama, I'm assuming, which would be massive because the Ball King is, or the Ball
Sounds like
Demon
it will
King is
be.
massive. Unless it's just his lower half, which would make no sense. And why would you want just a lower half of a big goat guy, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense.
Supergirl.
Some people
Supergirl, I'm
would.
in. Yeah, that's true. And June, I'm probably all in on that as well. So basically, pretty much everything there I'm buying. So it's going to be expensive. So hopefully they span it up a little bit.
So, what is your go-to brand of beans and toast?
Heinz.
Heinz, man,
Yeah.
that sounds expensive. Not the
Oh,
Heinz.
Branston.
Yeah.
That is a lot. That is a lot. Yeah, it's exciting though. Do you know what I mean they're kind of doing a lot of? It's not doing, they're not doing the same thing. There's, I suppose, one of the advantage of not having the Marvel or Star Wars licenses. It pushes them into, okay, what else would, or what other like, good TV shows or movies do people hold dearly? You know, and say whether you're into DCU or Dune or The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings or The Matrix or whatever, other people are like they're big popular series of movies and stuff like that. So it's
Imagine
it's
if they
good.
got Back to the Future. Oh man, that would be so ace. Imagine how good their figures would be.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what Blitzway does with that DeLorean. It seems to be interesting. Okay, so Matt, what are you interested from the list?
Lady Jessica. So Paul Atreides is my favorite figure. So yeah, anything June is like nearly essential. If they go deep onto the Matrix line, I hope that they would include Agent Smith. Yeah, so anything Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, and June will be my go-tos.
Like, I think if they're doing the Matrix line from the first movie, if they're saying the line, the obvious ones are Neo, Trinity, probably Morpheus.
Yeah,
Or
but
would
I
they-
hope
would they-
that they would include Agent Smith in that
Yeah,
lineup.
that is true. And I think if they did the four of them, I think I'd be good. Like, you know,
Buy a few
Neo
of the
definitely.
agents as well, couldn't you?
Could.
Is he
Lots
an
more
Aussie?
things.
That actor?
Pardon?
Is he an Aussie? Is
Hugo
he
Weaving.
Australian?
Yeah.
To Agent
Sure.
Smith.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hugo Weaving.
Yeah.
He's Australian. Yep.
It's
Yeah.
gas because I think a lot of the Matrix movies were actually made in Australia, and
Filmed in Australia,
the reason I was watching them, I was like, the first one, you know, when they go to these hackers or whatever, they go buy this program off Neo at the start of the first movies in his apartment, and there's a girl, the guy who's buying this program, this illegal program off Neo, his girl plays Leah in Home and Away, and like, remember like 20 years ago, like. I don't think Irish. I think she's still on the show. I don't think Irish people would know when to have their dinner if it wasn't for the Home and Away theme tune, because it used to be really popular like decades ago. You're going back like 30 years ago, whatever. That theme tune came on. It always come on at like I think 6 o'clock or
So
half
Shane,
6.
did you watch Neighbours as well?
Oh yeah, obviously back to back. Yeah, obviously, yeah. No, it was on the TV usually during dinner. The Home and Away was, but it's just like,
Yeah, I didn't realise
is
Australian
quality.
television was so iconic.
Alf Stewart, man, he's a man of the people. Tell me, did you ever tell anyone Australians don't actually say "rack off" to anyone? That's just like
Your
that's
dag.
nonsense,
Rack
isn't it?
off your dag.
Rack off to Yabby Creek. There's no Yabby Creek. Yeah,
Yeah, I've never made that reference ever.
yeah. I in New Zealand a lot. It's nowhere with a lot of Aussies, and man, they're a big fan of the C-bomb. They're like but they say it like as in like a term of endearment, and they pronounce it "cant," like CANT, and it's like a compliment, you know. Apparently, like, you know, but yeah. I used to know a
David
lot of
said
Aussies.
something similar today when I left him a message. He went, "No, I prefer this term."
I was going to say, out of three of us, David uses C-bomb more than the rest
Oh
of us.
yeah, no, that's you said I was an Effa, and I said actually no.
Effa, you said you prefer a seer.
Yeah, that's me.
Fine for me.
And Jim, Has everyone else gone apart from Jim, or did I skip someone?
Jim needs to go.
Harrison
Jim.
hasn't gone.
Jim
Harrison.
doesn't.
So we go Jim, we'll go Harrison then.
Ours would probably be quite similar. So obviously, hugely interested in Resident Evil. Unfortunately, I think it's probably the least likely thing to actually happen. But if it did happen, everything else would go out the window, and that would just be what I get. Even if it was 1/12, I would still go all in on that line, and just things would change. Apart from that, really interested in the Batman Who Laughs. I think that would be quite good. They would knock that out of the park. And of course, Dune as well. I'd love to see more Dune figures. I hope they're going to do Chani, because they don't mention her here. But I'm hoping that's still going to come. I feel like they've said they will do it at some point.
This you've actually
to be fair,
made a perfect segue there. There's a lot on this that weren't mentioned. Like, for example, you just mentioned Chani, and they said previously they were going to do Chani, but it's not on this list. And there's no sign of
Fade
Bale.
Alpha.
However, this isn't like a press release InArt put out. This is like second or third hand information. Someone was jotting down answers to what she was asked about, and she mightn't have known anything. And no one, maybe people didn't ask about Christian Bale or ask about Chani, so therefore they didn't mention them. So, Harrison.
Yeah, very similar to Jim. Apart from the one I'm most excited for is Lord of the Rings. That's the line from InArt that gets me most excited. The fact that I know I will be able to get the whole Fellowship is amazing. The fact that they are going to do Gandalf the White makes me very happy, because I passed on Gandalf the Grey because I want Gandalf the White. Nightmare Batman, I'll be picking that one up. I've decided to pass on the normal BVS and wait for that one, because it's the only one I really need to add to my collection, because I've got the BVS, I've got the Justice League, I've got the armored version, so I've got Bruce Wayne, so he's the only really version I need left. Men in Black, I'll be interested to see what they do with that. Resident Evil only if it's 1/6. Unlike Jim, if it was 1/12, I just don't really do 1/12, not properly. I'll pick up like one here, one there, just to sort of play around with, but nothing.
Boys, is there a
major.
lot of material that they can source from the Resident Evil line?
So much. Like
So
there's
much.
so many
It's
games,
endless
so many
almost.
characters, so many monsters.
okay.
Like it's just like all the video game lines. There's just
Ooh,
so
if
much.
They did
If you just
monsters.
like Nemesis and Birkin, like you could go like honestly, it could just go
Because Hot Toys has
crazy.
lost the license for Resident Evil. Is that why they've picked it up?
I doubt they've lost it. I just think they just don't use it.
Yeah. Okay.
If anything, it just kickstarts them into using it again.
Yeah.
Because, if they're doing like
Definitely.
Death Stranding, Harrison, then it would make sense that they'd be like, oh, okay, with Resident Evil 9 being such a hit,
Exactly. Jump
maybe
on
they'll
Resident
revisit
Evil
that.
9. That would make the most sense. You jump on that, do that, and then it opens it back up.
They
Yeah,
won't touch the movie properties of it, will they?
No,
I
I
hope
would
not.
be.
Well, you'd
They
hope
have
not.
done Alice.
Oh, yeah,
Do you know,
I forgot
just-
about
I
that.
just
Unless,
laughing. It looks like Rosario Dawson and Sebastian Stan are streaming with us.
It does actually.
Jim rubbing shoulders
so
with
popular.
celebrities. Yeah. Hobnobbing, I believe it's called.
It's the word.
It is.
It's a
Yeah,
horrible
that's the one.
phrase.
It is a horrible phrase. Yeah. We got some good comments there. I would, InArt Blade Runner here. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. I literally just, there's a lot of links here. I was talking to Harrison about Poor Toys collectibles and stuff like that. And I have the H&K. And, as good as it is, I just know that if InArt come out and said, we're doing a decade.
did it better.
I would. So that's, I agree with you there, Dreams and Visions. I agree with you on this as well. I think a few of us probably will. Yeah, Jazzinc are doing an H and Smith. I believe their shtick is that they're doing characters that they think people want, or that people want according to these polls they do, but not main characters that other people are doing. I don't know if that's going to change, but that's
Yeah, I
why.
wonder if
But
that
is there
will
really a
change.
pool
If
for
it-
secondary characters?
Pardon?
Is there really a pool for secondary characters?
Well, you'd have to imagine that Catwoman, she's not the main character in the movie. She's secondary to Batman. She's the main, well, main villain next to Penguin, but nobody was doing her. Like, that is a big part of all the fuss, that no one was doing her apart from third parties. And no, Hot Toys have teased Agent Smith years ago, and then again in that Reloaded one, but yet I think people would buy it. I think people would buy it. You know, I don't know what the numbers would be like, but if it was done right, people would buy it. Gio, that's exactly, she played a character called Leah in Home and Away, the girl with the rabbit tattoo. That's exactly the actress. And there's definitely a few characters, I think, who were in Australian sitcoms because they were in Australia, so they were sourcing their talent from Australian actors. It makes sense. So but I would have loved to see an Alf Stewart, though, busting into the Matrix. That'd be... exactly. I need somebody to AI that. I want to see him, like, into the lobby scene. Just replace him. Replace the Keanu Reeves. I wanted to see him doing the dodging bullet things on the rooftop. Like, that would... Yeah, that would... That's a funny one. All right. Really quickly, sorry, a bit of just housekeeping. So, when I first started this channel, I didn't think I would get to 100, and I definitely didn't think I would get to 1,000, so it is humbling. So I do appreciate if you're one of the 5,669 subscribers. We're on our way to 6k, hopefully. If you're watching now and you're not subscribed, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button. Consider becoming a channel member, no obligation, but greatly appreciated. Go over to Instagram then and follow, and this is where I put the updates and links to all orders, videos, pre-order previews, live streams, photography, all that kind of stuff, and reels. Shout out to the channel members, TJ Mike, Figurecraft, Keith Lee, Collectors of Universe 16 Mike, Viking Collectibles, Yomo, Shiny, The Ben Thomas Show, Dogito, Her Geeky Side, 16 Shooter, Figures of Fandom, Howard Potts, Ancient Silver Fox, Brian Wong, Jim Collector, Lancelot's Nerd Corner, Mike L, and Ryan Smith. And obviously, just gonna get a moment's silence for Shiny. He's not dead, I just wanted to recognize him. And rest in peace to Mark Mitchell, who did pass away last summer. New videos, my thoughts on InArt, my thoughts on the TIE Fighter pilot, my thoughts on deck. Don't bother watching that. We just kind of did that live. That's basically what it was. And then count down the top 15 figures in my collection. That might be worth a watch. I like watching top 10s and stuff like that personally. Okay, who hasn't picked yet? Still a lot to get through. We still have got new this week. We still have got Face Off, Catwoman, TIE Fighter pilot, and then a quick look at the InArt updates on their BVS.
Did anyone do Batman?
Did you go last, Mandy? I can't remember.
I did, yeah. I went. We're not.
That's
Like,
my
InArt.
turn. I have the power. What could we possibly go for?
Batman.
Oh, what's that in the middle, Shane? What's that?
That would be a Catwoman. 1 second, I'll get this slide for you. And oh wait, I thought I had this. I do. 1 second.
That's Batman.
Look, it's Batman.
It is. It is
Great.
indeed.
That looks like an upgrade.
InArt.
He's so miserable looking. Oh,
You're miserable looking, shush.
look at
Well,
his.
sad.
Oh,
Don't buy it.
It's not easy
Don't
being
buy it.
Batman.
boring.
He's an orphan, man.
Oh,
He's an orphan. Leave the poor
Yeah.
guy. Oh my
oh
goodness.
man.
You'd be sad too if you saw
He's
your
got
parents gunned
Superman
down.
destroying up stuff.
We will get to him. We will get to him. We will get to him.
Yeah.
Shout out to the 47 people live. Greatly appreciate it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Yeah, take it away, David.
I'd like to just point out, I posted my newest video in another group, and I was told that I need to get a job and that I'm a bottom feeder. So my opinion on this, it's like sometimes saying, you'll notice people don't even watch the video.
It's okay,
You can say,
David.
but they said they were going to upgrade the eyes. I bet you didn't mention that. Well, if you'd watched it, you would have noticed that actually I did mention that, and I was very actually complimentary. Anyway, going forward.
I like the term bottom feeder.
Yeah.
That I know exactly what you mean though. When they're so quick to leave the troll comment
Yeah.
that the way they phrase their comment, it's like it's so obvious that you didn't watch the video.
And it's like,
just, yeah.
I haven't got a job. I mean, come on now, let's be serious, right? Anyway, let's talk about Catwoman. So I did make a video on this one. I made 2 videos. I made one based on the first round of stuff that they posted, and then on this one I made today. And I think for me, this has stirred up the pot massively for this figure, and people are talking about it again. I mean, let's be honest, a lot of us, not all of us, but some of us would have forgotten about this thing existing for a while there, but it's definitely brought it back into the forefront. So I think if I was a betting man, the more I was thinking about it earlier and the more I was making the video, as I was making the video, there was like a light bulb in my head that was like, this is marketing. This is marketing 101. Stir the pot. Everyone's well aware. It's still up for PO if you want to go and pre-order it now.
Are you on the pay offer, Jazzinc?
I am now, yeah.
Shill by name, shill by nature. Yeah.
Exactly that. So I'm only allowed to say positive things now. But that being said,
But if you make a video, shilling for them, you'll get the same type of troll comments.
Of course you will. Of course,
like it's we couldn't agree earlier on, 7 of us, on which proto or production was better. That's Go on, Amy.
Yeah. But the numbers have all gone up, the subscribers and views, everything's great. Anyway, so I think my issue more so with the first round of updates that we got is that it wasn't very obvious what we were actually looking at. I mean, there was 3 sculpts, and I can't remember who said it now, but it was like, I'm looking at 3 sculpts here, which one is which? And I know some people said it was obvious. I disagree. Let's talk about these round of updates. Now, I think this is much better and much closer of an update of what we should have got. That last post didn't need to exist, in my opinion. They could have just foregone that completely and just started with this. That being said, the communication here, I think, was 90% of the way there. But the expectation, and it's something that I mentioned in my video, for people to understand camera technology, focal length, lenses, all of that sort of stuff, when they all started saying that the face is much wider and much fuller, I think was unrealistic. I think as a company, it is 150% on you as the maker of this to put it forward the best possible way you can. So if you know, and it's something I spoke to Mandy about, you used a certain focal length for the prototype shot, you should make every effort even to use that same focal length. You can't match the lighting entirely, that'd be completely unreasonable. But like to say,
you could if you had a light box.
You could.
If you had a light box, measure the distance of the ring light
to diplomatic. Okay, I'm trying. But yeah, the focal length, it's like that's the main component here that's going to change this sculpt dramatically and make it look different. Now, is that a ploy to get people talking about it? Potentially. If not, that's a huge misstep. And within the comments for people to say, oh, it must be frustrating trying to explain this, you shouldn't have to explain this, because you should present your creation the way that the eyeball is going to see it, right? Or as best you can. So to say, well, these are the same sculpts, but you don't understand how focal length works, it's not good enough. I think the communication, once again, has been a bit shaky. And I did actually, Jim, give you a shout out in my latest video, so go and watch that, because it's not going to happen again, okay? So yeah, I think to expect fans of 1/6 collecting to understand photography technology, I think is absurd, quite frankly.
I gotta push back on that though, because like you said in your video, it kind of goes, the hobby does go hand in hand with photography. And while everyone mightn't have the know-how that, say, I know Mandy has, or Zord, or Phil, or a Jim, Vita, basically anyone who's taken particularly good photos. Like, I'm sorry if I'm leaving people out, whatever. I'm just throwing out random people. But like, it also, I think people are quick to type and not to think. And if you just thought for 2 minutes, it's like, okay, it could be a different camera. And as much for making jokes with focal length and lenses and sensitivity, ISO, all that type of stuff, all of those tiny little things, there's like an infinite array of possibilities that it depends on what ring light you use, depends on like if it's a warm or cool tone, depends on what light box, depends the distance of the camera to the figure. So like, say like my issue on this, or not issue, my attitude on this, I'm not going to panic out of this, because I do trust the company because of the products they've made, albeit vehicles, they're not the same. I get that. So I'm like, my thing is, I'm just going to wait for the final product. Do you know, I'm like, okay, this could be taken in bad light, and it could be just one of those throwaway. How many times you've seen someone, a figure comes out and the first person gets it, takes an iPhone, puts it like this, it's all distorted, and the head looks wider than it actually is, and then they post it, and everyone gets up in arms, and then you see the videos, and it comes out, it's like, oh, it's actually fine. Do you know? So I think there should be a little bit of like, okay, guys, a million different factors can make these head sculpts look different. We saw earlier on, we were comparing like the two sculpts, which were essentially the same. I will say though, to your point, if they did want to really do like a scientific one-to-one prototype to product, then they should have that same camera, same photographer, same light box, same, what's the measurement of light warmth? It's not Kelvin, is it? Kelvin. Yeah. Kelvin. The same ISO, the same lens, the same aperture, and have it exactly the same distance, so everything looks, the only differences would be the paint apps and the sculpts or the way the hair is, which I think is kind of what you're saying. They should be one-to-one.
I mean, you can't check, because I hear what you're saying entirely, and I sort of understand those things, being in this hobby and speaking to Mandy about photography at times, but only just understand the focal length can change the whole perception and the whole look of the sculpt, and in this case it's made the sculpt wider. And I think for the most part that's most people's problem with these images. So to do something as simple as just using the same focal length, you can't change the focal length, which in turn they would understand completely changes how the sculpt is perceived in the image, and then complain about that after the fact. Go, it's really exhausting trying to have to explain this stuff. So, well, you shouldn't have to, because you should have foreseen that, because that's going to change the sculpt massively. Like the lighting.
Do you know what I would have done? I would have had the prototype. I would have had the prototype.
You would have asked for free stuff and got it. There you go.
Nothing. Let me say I asked for nothing. I would have had them both in the same room on the same photo shoot and shot them side by side, not used older pictures and newer pictures, just so people can see exactly
the progression.
Right next to each other, though, in the same studio, because people do get nervous, and
it's a controlled environment you want them to create, basically.
They're not cheap figures, like people are happy to wait if it's going to be right, I think. Both of David's videos, like, I'm the first one to give him shit, but they were brilliant. They were very fair, because I was like, David, just be careful, because they're going to come hunting you. And
but we're going to be in the crosshairs. We're going to get taken out because of David.
I know. I'm going to have to be extra nice. I was thinking, oh shit,
but that comes back to my original point.
Very fair videos, very fair.
If you, to be fair, I thought it was going to be a lot more negative. I did, and I watched and I was like, no, that's a fair criticism. And like, okay, the difference between the first one and the second one, you're happy enough that there's rolling eyeballs. Oh yeah, actually, we didn't actually share this on the stream. I messaged Joost earlier on and just said, is there rolling eyeballs on these or what? And he said, all the production ones on the right, they have rolling eyeballs.
Yeah, obvious today that they do in these. Yeah.
So there's that. So that maybe that would kind of cater for like the wonky eyes, whether if there was a paint and they were off, you're going to be able to fix that yourself. And the communication, I do think this is a lot better way of doing it. Would that be fair? Yeah.
Very brave. Very brave.
But if you go out and make a video which was like, Jazzinc are amazing, you will get just as much shit.
Of course you will.
You will. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? So
some of the people, some of the time.
Yeah. And also, then you're being inauthentic. Do you mean that's the thing that will make you survive on YouTube? Authenticity. Do you mean you have to say like, I think this is good, I think this is bad. But I thought they were fair. I from someone who gets some troll comments, I just think, I don't know, I just think they're the lowest form of life. There's nothing wrong with going on. I think Dave, X-Men Supreme, commented on some of the videos, and he was kind of saying that, for example, he made a point that like, well, it was actually due to ship, I think, April, which would be Q2, so technically we're still in Q2. But as in, I think it was Q2 or something to that effect. But it was like a counter argument, as opposed to going, you know, why did you make this video, or what the bottom feed, or any of that kind of. Do you know what I mean? They're counteracting the argument and not going after the person. Or so there's a phrase. There's a phrase when you're challenge the argument, not the person.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Exactly that. I think a lot of people just get very upset immediately. I mean, this guy's still going, I've got Facebook open here, saying he's not watching my videos. Like, well, dude, then what do you want from me? You're not going to watch it. You don't know what the content is. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, no, that's, but like, it's fine. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Like, it's
funny thing is,
like,
he said, we're talking about the development of an action figure, not a presidential affair or war. And I was like, you're right, we're not. So stop getting so upset. Like,
yeah, it's
what do you want from me?
Like, if you click on the video, you are interested in some way on the figure, or in 6 scale collecting in general. So your job is to critique what you're seeing. You know what I mean?
Or potentially people are just fans of David and want to see what he's got to say.
Maybe.
I doubt that very much, but maybe.
Who else wants to come in on this? Mandy is getting the battle damaged one deluxe, yeah?
Yeah.
I've gone all in. Bob is, I believe,
I'm getting the basic clean.
Is anyone else interested in this, or? No. I think I figured Jim and Harrison, I think it was a bit before your time. Would that be fair?
We are safe.
I watched it when I was younger, but
I grew up with this one.
Yeah, it's nothing. That's just not one I would be interested in, like, at all.
It's as Tim Burton, as wacky and ridiculous as it gets.
Yeah,
because the first one, the first one, he kind of had to fight tooth and nail to put a stamp on it. The second one, they went, "Oh God, just do whatever you want." And the third one, they didn't ask him back. You know. Do you want to just? Anyone else thoughts, or anyone at all? Or?
Yeah, I'll put my 5 cents worth in. So as much criticism as David's given, not that I've seen your second video, that happened while I was in my land of slumber. So whatever criticism there is for it, I want to take into account, she is a complex character. It'd be something really hard to produce. I can't imagine this is something that is, you can just bang it out. And I know at this stage in our collecting journey, we all want perfection, and it has to be the right proportions, etc. So, this is still going to be way better than, say, So-So Toys or anybody else. So, and you know what? It's a matter of time, and Hot Toys will have their go at this as well.
Do you think?
Yep.
I think they will when they see how popular this one.
Yeah. Well, it's been
if they release
it with Hot Toys.
If it goes up for pre-order tomorrow, it's an internet-breaking event. Do you know?
Yeah.
That's true.
My thoughts on it are, if the company making this was swapped to InArt, would you people that are buying it, would you still be happy with the production version, or would you be more unhappy? Because so when you think of InArt, you've got like a set sort of expectation. Would that change?
Yeah, because we're probably a lot more biased towards InArt.
Yeah, so
but that's because of their track record.
I was looking at their prices, and their prices are very InArt for this.
Well, the basic, there's 340 really, 340 for the 340 for the clean or battle damage for one health.
Yeah,
but the InArt one, I think, is 400.
The Negan was about 300, and that sort of
269.
Yeah. So it's more than the Negan, and then the deluxe versions are about $500. So they are InArt pricing. So would you say that they're InArt level? Because that's what I would be saying. So, like, would you compare the rooted version to something like Thorin or Gimli or Gandalf? Because those are the sort of prices we're paying for them. And I don't, in my opinion, I wouldn't say this is even close to an InArt.
Harrison, you can join the shills.
That's my personal opinion.
I'm just trying to be positive towards this.
To counter on that, though, Negan, very cheap. But you have to say, like, Negan Why? Because The Walking Dead isn't DC and Negan isn't Catwoman. Catwoman's a bigger character, and I'd imagine licensing does come into that a bit. Like, this is $340 for a single pack, and the Catwoman from the InArt one I think was close to $400. Granted, it's a $60 difference, but I think that's a fair comparison because, like, the Catwoman from InArt doesn't come with like 3 different head sculpts, and so I don't think that's a fair price comparison to compare the deluxe of this with the InArt regular. You know what I mean? You have to compare regular to regular and price to price then.
Yeah, I just think that with I mean, I'm not in. Like, I wouldn't be buying this anyway because I'm not interested. But just going by the look of it and the pricing of things, I would be expecting more. In my opinion.
I see your point. I think I need to wait until the actual final product comes in, though. I know that this is the production in front of me, but I want to see it on the suit. I want to see it with the diorama. I want to see it with everything.
Yeah, I do think though, if this was InArt, people would be a lot harsher and going, "Come on, we expect more." But I do think the fact that this is Jazzinc's first, the fact they're going into figures, I do think people are being a little bit more lenient rather than if it was somebody else like Hot Toys of it or InArt, they would just be ripping them to shreds, going, "This is terrible. You need to go."
I think that's a fair point.
Yeah,
but I think why is because it comes back to, like, we've seen what he does with the vehicles. I know they're not the same. But when InArt came along, people were like, "Oh, they can't make these. They're statue companies." But in the back of my mind, I was like, "Well, they've delivered on statues.
Yeah,
but
they're a lot
have
closer.
to be transferable."
Yeah, that's a lot closer though. Like doing a face on a statue is not going to be that much different than doing it on a face of a plastic thing. Whereas going from designing a very big metallic car, while very impressive, and they are really impressive pieces, and they stand out, and they're absolutely incredible. Painting that is not making a figure. Painting that, like, getting the shades correct for a human face, getting emotion on a human face.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Totally different. So I do think there is a lot of people loving Joost because he is amazing. He's a really nice person, and he's got a great company and makes great things. But I do think that if it was someone else like Hot Toys, people would be ripping it to shreds, going, "This is terrible. We need to do something, like take it back to the drawing board, do something else. This is all." It would be a lot worse, I think.
But Hot Toys wouldn't amend their version of it at all.
No, but even
listen.
No, but InArt does for a lot of things. Not always.
I completely agree with Harrison on this point, and it's something that I said in the background that I didn't mention in my video. And I've got no issue with anything Jazzinc or Joost related, but I did say that I think because Joost is quite prevalent in the community. Right? I think, Shane, you've had him on the channel, right? He's been on Lael's stream. Everyone loves him.
He's lovely. He is lovely.
But I think that fact is doing a lot of heavy lifting with the opinions that people have shared on this figure so far.
But no matter how lovely he is, if the one vehicle that I had from him was crap and it didn't, if it was completely like not the right shape and the paintwork was bad and it was awful, I wouldn't buy from him again. Do you know what I mean? It's like I know it's not the same. I completely get that, but I'm in a way there's a bit of back in the man, and with the InArt kind of thing, yeah, of course you'd be like, this isn't up to scratch because we can see what they have given us for their last, like, what? How many releases do they have? Do they have 15 yet? Do you know what I mean? So we're judging them by their standards they have set. Now, hopefully, Jazzinc give us a very high standard figures here for this, and then the next one will be better, and we can hold them to their standards. No, but good points. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. Anyone else?
I've got another point. Someone's just messaged me on Facebook. I mentioned in my video about the diorama, right? And I said it doesn't really look like a window. And it has actually been confirmed that is the final for the diorama. It's not changing. So that's not going to be improved upon.
Really?
After this point. Yeah.
I thought they would be painting at least the frame onto that. Because there's no snow on it.
Shall I whack this picture in our?
Yeah, throw it up.
You can grab it up.
Well, you can share it there if it's on. Do you have it in a PowerPoint or something, or you can?
I don't know. I've literally just got it on Facebook. I tell you what, I can share my screen if that works for you.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah, share your screen there, and I'll just
slowly taking over.
Take the picture of you and your pants off, though, David.
Oh, right. Okay.
Don't share that
sorry.
one.
Very good point, Mandy. Give me 2 seconds. I didn't even realise I could share my screen. Is that sharing?
Can't see it.
Yeah, I see it here. You have to add stage.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's not right.
That's all right.
No.
Where is it? Oh, I see it now. There we go.
Okay, so Jason Baguette, shout out to him, said about the window diorama, which is something I mentioned in my video, because it's not really a window there. It's just like a bit of concrete in the middle, which doesn't really match. But they said it's way too late to change the original design. So that will not be improved upon. I think it was Dave number 2 that said it just looks like a doorway. So that's a bit of a shame. Is it like the namesake of the company?
Which
diorama?
one are we looking at? Sorry,
So the
there's
one on the left.
So someone has added
what's the one? Is one on the left the final? Is it?
That's
Yeah.
the final. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just got that concrete bar, which does make concrete doesn't really set like
It's
that.
gonna need. That's gonna need like altering, isn't it? If I got that in, that doesn't look like a window
It
on
is.
the left.
There's actually a sash window in there, which is one of the first things I noticed, but it's been completely. It's just not there. So yeah, I'm a bit confused by that. It's a bit odd.
Okay.
That is strange.
Okay, just on that there, if you look at it, it says, I'd highly recommend adding a wooden sash window frame and latch to the diorama for accuracy. So then he said it's way too late to be changing the original design. But wouldn't that mean that the original design is still the prototype that we're going to get, that's just not finished yet? You know what I mean? Like
I
think,
don't read it that way.
Did it have,
I don't
did it have
know.
it in the
yeah,
prototype?
in your video, didn't you say that like you compared the
The film still.
the was it the film still or the prototype?
No, I showed the film still, and then this side by side. Well, not quite side by side, but I flicked through the pictures, and there is a wooden sash window in
Right,
that same
okay.
part of the because it's quite dark.
You would have to get the window frame printed, wouldn't you? And then add it on the front and get it
I agree, you
painted.
could do that, but I just think
So
like,
on the left, is that what the
That's the one.
prototype looked like?
this is the one this is apparently the final now, by the sounds of
Right,
things.
because there's supposed to be snow on it as well, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Oh, was there? I didn't realise.
Yeah.
No, there is supposed to be snow on it. 1 second, I'll check the thing. No, there is supposed to be.
I was
Well, there
just
was snow
looking.
on the prototype.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is snow on the prototype.
Yeah.
And shout out to Tim Dixon as well, because he sent me this. If you're watching.
And that, also, especially because this is the reason why you bought the big deluxe one, wasn't it? Because you only get it with the 2-pack.
Yeah.
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 And you get the cats with this, don't you, as well? Which they've changed.
Everyone loves them. Don't go after the cats, Jesus.
They flocked.
I'm
they
a
flocked
dog
them.
person. Sorry, Jim.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the diorama here, right?
I'll
And-
show you your screen, Shane.
Yeah, 1 second.
I don't want to just stop because it might mess things up.
1 second. Where is it? Remove that.
I can stop now.
It also looks
So-
like there's printing on the back, whereas that one didn't have it.
Okay, so if you look here, this is actual prototype. So to be fair, like if it turns out like this, I'm happy because that's what I ordered. Do you get me?
It is the same. Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, that's fine. But like there is supposed to be snow on this, but
Yeah.
I don't think that it's going to arrive snowless when they've advertised it with the snow. But
Let's hope
yeah,
not.
the window isn't the same. But this is what I ordered, so like that's on anyone who ordered this. Like I'm not going to crib about that because this is what I ordered because that was fine.
The curtain has a tilt
There's a
in
real
this
curtain
photo.
on there, isn't there?
Pardon?
There's a real curtain there. It looks like there is. It doesn't look.
Yeah.
I wondered. Yeah.
No, yeah, it does look like a real curtain. Yeah.
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 And on the background, there's actually a background to it in that picture.
Yeah, it looks like it's 3D.
It's-
Like rather
it
than
looks
just
like
a,
it looks like it's
Yeah.
going into a room rather than just. I
It's
think the other one.
reflective as
It's got depth
so it
to
looks
that.
like
Yeah.
glass.
yeah.
They did
Yeah.
say they were changing that, though. I think they are going to
Yeah.
try and make it look a bit more like that. But there's only so much you can do, right? Because if you look at the scene in the video that I posted earlier, it's that sign is so far set back from the window, creating that depth is impossible, right? So they're going to do so much in that respect.
But again, with this, like whatever but your man's point about, okay, this is not exactly the same as the movie. Like, this is what people ordered. So this is what I'll be comparing it to. So I'll want all the trimmings, like the snow, the real curtains and stuff like that. The hell to light up and the oh not to, and the here to light up to, and the first T not to. This is what I'll be comparing it to. And yeah, there should be some sort of an image inside it. I don't know how to do it. I'm just going to wait until I actually see it.
The snow
Could be one of those lenticular things, couldn't it? You know, the lenticular
Shane, for you, would that change how you feel about buying the all-in version?
I won't know until I see the final product.
No, but I mean, like, say for example, you watch the first unboxing, whoever gets the first one, and you see
Will I feel a bit
base...
hard done by or disappointed?
Yeah, would you feel disappointed because you paid to get the all-out version
Of course.
to get that base?
Of course. Like, how could you not? But again, it comes back to the same thing I've said. I want to see the final product, because otherwise these are moot points. So like at that post there, like he said, he can't change the final. He can't change the prototype, but he's not saying he's not going to add in the snow or what this looks like here. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it was one of the key selling points for getting the deluxe for me. So I'll be keen to see that this turns up right and lights up right. But yeah.
Shane, are you going in on the Penguin as well?
No.
Okay.
It didn't. I don't know. That one didn't appeal to as much, to be honest.
Somebody's going to make this dio, anyway, for the people that bought the single packs.
Probably, yeah. It could be like a Doggy Doc or something. Well, Doggy Doc actually made this, didn't he?
I don't know.
But there's like customizers who just do bases. So someone, you'll get something anyway. But no, I still have faith. I'm gonna wait and see the final product on this. Yeah, the whole thing, the point that your man's making about I can see his point, but at the same time, this is what I ordered, so I can't complain, and no one else can complain if it arrives like this. You can complain if it doesn't arrive like this, but not.
I mean, the snow ultimately, even looking at the snow there, not that it's a criticism, the snow looks like it's almost like plugged in, so I can't imagine they'll forego that. It's going to be pretty simple to just glue it on, right?
Yeah, exactly. It will be. Any other takes on this?
Yeah, I think the snow will come as a separate part. I think you'll clip the base together and then that snow will cover up the joint.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, could be. Anyone else? No?
Still excited.
Focal length.
Pardon?
Focal length. That's it.
Has to be.
Yeah.
All right. Where do you want to go from here, Matt?
Oh. Yeah. Face off.
All right. So switch over to private chat. Bob, we're going to put you in the center. And we've 3 and 3. How can we organize this? There should be we put you down below, I'd say.
It should be us against the Shills.
Okay. No, that makes perfect sense. All right, folks. So you know the drill. Switch to private chat. People in the chat, don't answer the questions, but we should be in private chat anyway. And Bob, do you want to take it away? I'll just arrange it. Yeah. So we're on top yet. Okay. Wait,
top row against second row. Yeah. Hope show against the Shills.
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
I kind of feel like the first. No, it's always the second question that sucks. Yeah, let's go first, guys. We'll go first.
Yeah, Shills going first. You're right if I call you Shills, aren't you? It just makes it
Yeah,
easier.
that's fine.
Yep.
Cool.
Well,
Change
Mandy's
the
name's
double L.
wrong.
Change the
We'll find
double
that
L. Put a T in and still keep the S on the end. That's better.
And Mandy, you're not even flying the flag. You're like a galaxy far, far away. So
Yeah.
Oh, I never changed that. I didn't know it was going to be up.
Okay. Are we good to go?
Yeah.
we're good.
Yep.
Don't worry about it, Mandy. You're going to be replaced by Harrison. Everyone knows that.
Yeah. Okay, Shills. Question 1.
Do you know what it was? Sorry, just before you start, Harrison came in and went, "All the Shills are here," and he went, "I'm about to make a name for myself right here." He went full gambit. Yeah. Okay. Right, go for it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going for it. Right, Shills. Question 1. In what year was Rabbit Proof Fence released?
Rabbit-proof fence.
Low.
What the devil's that?
It was the first question that
It's an
always.
Australian film.
I'm glad we
and-
didn't go first.
Yeah, damn it, David. 2011.
I've not a clue. Lock that
Yeah,
in.
we'll go with Matt. Lock it in.
probably way
I
older
haven't
than
even
that.
seen the film.
Bob,
I
was the
didn't even know it
was the
was a
rabbit
film.
flocked?
Probably.
Just no, never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, in the final version. Yeah.
Oh,
Are you locking in?
Sounds
Flocking
like,
in. Are you flocking in?
Sounds like an OnlyFans
Flocking in.
film, doesn't it? Really? Rabbit-proof fence. Just saying. Carry on. Yeah, we'll lock in.
Yeah, looking in on 2011.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Rabbit Proof Fence was released in 2002.
Oh, just a couple of years off then.
Yeah.
Good.
Sorry, guys.
I literally
Okay.
know that.
The Hope Show, or as Vito has correctly pointed out, the team with the hats.
Yeah, the hat team.
Oh yeah, there we go.
A hat trick, because there's 3 of you.
We didn't plan that.
There we go.
It's
Yeah.
even
There
better.
we go.
There we go.
Changing the channel name now.
I'm already getting told I've got mad questions in the chat, so I shall keep them
Yeah.
coming.
You do.
So, Hope Show. In what year was Wolf Freak released?
Oh.
Oh, that's a great film.
Wolf 3.
No, Wolf Creek.
Wolf Creek.
Oh, Wolf
It's a slasher.
Creek. Oh, the team is Australia, is it? Has to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob was trying to
Must
cater
be.
for me.
I was, man.
Yeah,
There's
I
going to
mean,
be some
that
Alf
was-
Stewart related questions.
That's older,
Harrison, this is
They're
a
not-
long time ago.
but it's not crazy. There isn't a like the one that there was. It wasn't like a remake, was it? There was only one, or is there a?
No, there was
There's
a
a
part
TV
2
show
and a
that followed
TV
on
series.
from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm thinking it's not a really old film that was remade. So I'm thinking it's early, like it's
Oh, no.
definitely between. Oh, I mean, I would have been a teenager.
Naughties.
At least.
I think we're in
No?
secondary school.
Yeah. So that's
It's in the 10s. I would say 2013, 14. Maybe a bit later, but around there.
Yeah, around there. Between like 2012 and 2015, I'm thinking. I don't think it's much later than that.
I think you might be on it with 2012, actually.
I think
How old would we have been then?
the house I watched it in, I would have been living there in around that time as well.
I would have been 2007.
We'd have only
I'd been 19 in 2012. So it might have been even earlier.
Yeah, I think it was. I think I was like around 16. 15,
So if
16,
we're going by that,
kind
so
of
maybe
age.
2008, 2009,
Yeah, it
2007.
could be.
Ye boys are going to be
That feels
unstoppable once you hit
too
puberty.
early.
Says the only guy in the hack
I'm
crew with no
thinking-
beard.
I'm thinking 2007, 2008. That's what I'm thinking.
So we had you at 2000.
2008.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah,
That's
which we
definitely
literally
one of it.
decide.
Shane, what do you think?
No, I think you're more on this than I am, so go with it.
Right. Okay, we'll lock in
Yeah.
2008, Jim.
Locking in 2008.
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
Okay. Wolf Creek was released in 2005.
Oh,
Yeah.
very close.
2005.
Even
I
was
think that
earlier.
was
born
that
then.
old.
We were too young to be watching that film, Harrison.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah,
We should have
way
watched
too young.
that.
Were you
like
boys
to point
even
out-
in your teens?
Yeah,
Just,
Hey,
just about, yeah.
Yeah, 15.
we were all
too young
alive
to
for
be
these
watching that.
questions.
13,
Jay.
13.
I just like to point that out. Sometimes
Yeah.
most of us aren't even alive for these films. That's good.
It's quite modern,
That's true.
this one.
That's a good point.
David?
Yeah. Here we go next. In
Okay.
Carry On campaign. Go on, Bob.
Question 2 for the skills. Who directed The 1986 movie, Crocodile Dundee.
Ooh. Oh. Come on, Matt. It's Australian.
And I don't even like the film.
It's a great film. That's not a knife. This is a knife.
The only thing I remember from that movie is that knife scene.
I don't think anyone knows from that film. I've not even seen the film.
Silly Jim.
Always.
It's
So
not
annoying.
not a famous director.
Is it not? See, I really like this film. Oh,
It's definitely Michael Bay then.
probably or David Cameron, one of the two.
John Hughes. I really don't know.
Any back guesses?
John Hughes wouldn't have done those, would he?
I
did
know,
all
but
that,
that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. I really got no idea. It's not, like I said, not a famous director that I can think of.
For some reason, the name Peter's coming to mind, but
Peter
I'm
Weir.
I'm pretty sure on the first name, but I don't know the last name.
Ah. Yeah, Peter
Can we-
Weir is a famous Australian director, but he didn't do Crocodile Dundee.
No, I honestly don't know.
It was Flathead.
It's Peter someone.
Snapperhead,
It is
yeah.
Peter someone. I know it is, but I can't think of the last name.
Greg Morgan.
Good morning to you too.
Yeah, I think we'll have to pass on this one, Bob.
Yeah.
No
Peter-
idea.
Not Peter
Not
something.
coming up with a name.
Michael Bay.
Peter Bay. I don't know.
Yeah, just punt the
Peter
name out there.
Weaver.
You never know.
No,
Not
I know it's
being
Peter
on.
something.
Got to guess
Peter
his surname.
Piper. Peter Piper. There we go.
Peter Piper. Okay.
Yeah.
Locked in on Peter Piper. Picked up
Yeah.
pickled peppers, didn't
That's
he?
it.
Okay. The director of the 1986 movie Crocodile Dundee was Peter Feynman.
Oh,
Very close.
Oh wow.
Mm-mm.
Very close.
David.
David.
When you hear the answer, oh, I should have known that. Oh, that's really annoying. Oh.
Okay, back to the Hope Show boys. Who directed the 2015 movie
Not fair.
Mad Max Fury Road?
Oh, no.
Damn it, why couldn't we get that question?
Oh, I know this. I know this. I know this.
Wasn't it the original director that
It's
did
the same.
all the Mad
Yeah,
Maxes?
yeah. It's the original.
It's the same
guy.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, who's the original guy, Jim?
He's done. I just can't remember who that is. Shut up, David.
Can we steal it, Matt? Can we steal it if they
Yeah,
don't
I've
know it?
got
I'm looking
this.
at Shane because I feel like Shane would know. You can't steal it. No.
Well,
If you don't get
Don't work
it,
like that.
and Matt
No.
say
I think it
then
begins
we
with a
win.
G.
Don't work like that.
Greg Hughes.
I love the way Bob's having the time of his life with these questions.
Damn
Come
it.
on,
good
brain
movies.
work. I know this.
Matt's got 4 kangaroos that visit at the bottom of his garden, you know.
I
I haven't seen him in
over.
over a week. I'm starting to
You
stress.
You should know the
out.
answer to these
Yeah.
questions if you're that close to kangaroos.
I think we should win on that fact that Matt has real kangaroos.
We actually have an Australian on our table.
This-
I mean,
Yeah.
What's the
This is
chance
going to be
of
one that will be kicking ourselves,
Repeating
lads,
it
when
up.
we...
Yeah, you
Wait,
guys
yeah.
will be fuming
It
when
will
you
be.
don't get it.
I do know this, and it's
Raggedy man.
Bob, can we have it if they don't?
No, unfortunately, Matt. And you can blame David because he wanted to go first.
is it
Damn it.
George? No.
no,
I think it's time to change my backdrop, Bob. Can we have it?
What did you say, Harrison?
It sounds like blackmail.
I was going to say, is it George something, but I don't know if it is.
Oh, I think it could be on something there.
Like George Miller or something.
Yeah, I
like,
feel like that.
something like
Go for
that.
it. Just go for it.
No, I don't think it is.
Go for George Miller. Is it something Miller though?
I think it's... Yeah, I think you're on the right track with Miller.
Yeah,
Because you know the way you can see it in your head.
Yeah, it's Miller,
Miller.
Mad Max. No.
Gregory Miller.
You think it's like G Miller?
I think it might be G Miller or G something Miller or something G Miller. There's. Oh.
He's such a G.
You watch it, it's going to be nothing to do with G.
It'd
Greg
be B.
Miller?
Should we just shoot with your first instinct, George Miller?
I think George Miller, man. That sounds like it could be a thing.
It
Yeah,
does.
I go-
Doesn't it?
I know it's going to. It's going to frustrate me when you say it, Bob. But yeah, go with George Miller.
Yeah, cool.
Lock it in.
Hey,
Flock it in.
the director of the 2015 movie Mad Max Fury Road was George Miller.
Harrison is
Good
the
work,
goat.
boys.
Harrison is
You
the
legend.
goat.
There we go.
I knew
Harrison,
that
you
one.
are the goat.
Right,
I like that you did it from Andy there.
Oh, he doesn't
Alright.
love a ghost.
Gills, you need
Did you ever see the mashup of that Taylor Swift song, Trouble?
Yes.
Yeah.
And, oh, it's so
Yes.
funny.
Yeah, that's quality.
Yeah.
Right. Chills. Vital.
In the 70s film.
In the 2008 movie, Australia, who played
Oh,
Captain Dutton?
Captain Button.
Dutton.
Dutton. Oh.
Now I know that pasty lady was in it.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
wow.
I love how women stick together these days. Oh, yeah, that pasty lady. Michelle Pfeiffer was in it, apparently.
No, Michelle
From
Pfeiffer
Catwoman.
wasn't in it.
Oh,
It
God.
wasn't Michelle Pfeiffer. It
Nicole
was,
Kidman.
That's the one. Yeah, she's like see-through. I know I can talk. She's like an amoeba. You know, like amoebas are see-through. Yeah, like me. Come on, Matt.
It's
Nicole
literally
Kidman,
called
Hugh
Australia.
Jackman. I couldn't tell you the supporting cast.
Who was Hugh Jackman's character?
Bob.
Wolverine, obviously.
Not in Australia.
Oh, okay.
I can only think of her. I can't think of who else
Nicole
was in it.
Kidman.
Love that Mandy and David have the same pose right now,
Yeah. How about
mimicking each other.
that? Captain Dutton, is that? It's going to be a male character, right? So it's going to be Nicole Kidman.
No, it isn't.
So it's Hugh
Well, I've got-
Jackman.
I can't think who else
Why
was
would you
in it.
assume that?
I can see the future. They're going to hum and haw about it for 10 minutes and realize Hugh Jackman is the only male actor we know in this movie, and they're going to say Hugh Jackman.
We may as well if we don't know who it is.
Yeah, I've not got a
Yeah.
Matt doesn't know, I'm screwed.
Are you
That's
locking in?
Australian, and he's into movies. Ah,
2008. That was a long time ago that I saw it.
Yeah, Matt. Who's theatrical now, yeah?
Yeah.
I've never watched
Hey,
this film.
I had my shame this
Oh,
week.
no.
One of my favourite movies, and I got the year wrong for it. So yeah. Don't hold stead to me.
Happens.
Tuesday Day's not being a great game, honestly. Hugh Jackman, not a clue.
Yeah. Locking in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on.
In the 2008 movie, Australia, Captain Dutton was played by none other than director Krennic himself, Ben Mendelsohn.
I don't remember him in that. I've seen that movie.
no, I don't remember him in it either.
Yeah, same.
I would just like to point out, before anyone celebrates, that if we'd gone second, we would have won that. Like, it was the George Miller.
So this is your fault, David.
Coulda, woulda, David.
It's my
David.
fault.
What was our last question
Like,
anyway, just to see?
Last question,
Yeah.
just to rub the salt in the wound, Shane. Yeah. In the 2014 horror, The Babadook,
Oh,
who
that's good.
played The Babadook?
Boys, you're up.
The Babadook paid the Babadook,
Oh,
didn't he?
The
good film.
Babadook. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell you who played the Babadook. I watched that once, and
I don't think I could tell you any of the cast, to be fair. It was a good
No.
watch, though.
It does remind me,
Have
though,
you
of
seen it?
Longlegs. That was a good film. I enjoyed Longlegs.
Yeah, creep me
It was
out.
really weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Longlegs
good.
was
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
With
true.
the table when he starts just like smashing his face, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nick
Weird.
Cage film. Proper Nick Cage
it's
film.
like, hold on.
Yeah, wait a minute.
There's a few jumpy bits as well where your one's just like, I know, in her house and it's
I
clearly
like
behind
that,
her.
though. It was like
Yeah,
really
yeah.
cheesy 80s horror. Like when it pans up at the beginning, it does that really loud, like what's its face? What is film? Insidious, like the
Insidious?
music, like the strings and stuff. It does that sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay,
That's what I
no
love about those
guesses.
films as
Chat?
well.
No idea. No idea.
Okay.
You don't.
Babadook
The
was
Pennywise
played by
actor.
Cat called Tim Purcell.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we know.
Oh.
Now we know.
Now you know.
Thanks, Bob.
Well
Thanks for
done,
the
Hope so.
Personally,
questions.
probably forget.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
That was good
Cheers,
this time,
Well
Bob.
done.
There was some I actually knew.
Nice little thing.
It's always good
Come on, man.
when you know the answers. Sorry. Get off. There we go. All right. So really quickly, we'll take a look at this TIE Fighter pilot. I suppose. I'm guessing I'm the only one who's going to get it.
Are you getting this?
Phil's excited, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think Phil's excited.
Yeah. Look, I know this is not for everyone, but like it's a rare OT figure, and it's this is long overdue. Like this is a big deal for Trooper collectors. I understand not everyone's a Trooper collector, and some people like couldn't care less about Trooper collectors, and I get that. And there's no head sculpts, not a named character, but I just love the armors on these things. It's original trilogy. I think we've got a great job, and yeah, look, I'm getting it, and it's relatively cheap as well. So I think some people have been giving out saying, "Oh, the head's too big," but that is actually how they're supposed to look. The helmets are huge, and they're much bigger than a stormtrooper, a shore trooper, or a scout trooper, and you just usually see the helmet in that, when they're flying the TIE fighters. There's a few shots when they're running along, but the helmets are quite big. I will say that the jumpsuit maybe should be a little looser, but overall they've done a decent job with it. But
Yeah, I agree.
anyone else interested?
No, it looks cool, but not getting it.
Yeah, I get that. Troopers are Marmite. You either love them or hate them. I really like the design of the helmet, though.
I
think
agree
it's,
with Mandy.
I'm excited for this, and I think the follow-on is at least we may potentially get a AT-AT driver out of this.
That'd be
Can
awesome.
someone explain to me? Maybe it's just me. I really struggle, and I've always struggled, even when I used to collect a lot at the same time, to get excited about generic troopers. Like I just don't get it. It's like I think I like the characters. I don't get this.
I like
Yeah,
it.
no, I get that. I get that. I totally get that. I just love. I've always, as a kid, loved the. Sorry, I sent something to America about 4 years ago, and it actually arrived today. So that pop up there. It was actually one of those collectible coins that no one cares about, but this guy does, and he was beginning to think I scammed him, the poor fella. But it actually arrived today, so it's a big deal, not a scammer. Since I was a kid, I've always liked that armored look, the design of different armors, whether it's an Iron Man armor or like if you've seen Edge of Tomorrow, the kind of suits they get into. I just find that fascinating. The kind of like I don't know what it is. It's just whether it's like a SWAT suit or a tactical outfit or like an Iron Man or the APCs from the Matrix movies. I thought they were quite cool. It's just, I don't know, Dave. I just really like the design of that.
No, it's fair. It's fair.
Yeah, I just.
Hey, David, you don't
Cool
think this
switches.
looks different enough from a regular stormtrooper?
I mean, I wouldn't care about a regular stormtrooper either.
Okay.
I just don't. I think if I had a massive collection, I maybe would have one flanking Vader, but other than that, I don't really see the appeal.
I think two
The
clean
dioramas
original
are really
trilogy, white stormtroopers flanking Vader is that's why
I've
my
got
setup
one
is
of
really
those
nice.
with
Yeah.
the background.
And the contrast
They're
is
really
really good. Those
cool.
backgrounds are some of the better dioramas they make.
And just in case anyone's interested, the Hono ones are cheap as chips on Toys Assemble
Yeah,
now. You're
they
interested
are.
in
They're
that?
They're
very
awesome
cool,
as
they are.
well. They're really good.
Do you know what they've done? You probably appreciate this, Mandy, here. Do you know it's pretty much just a glossy black kind of design here, but they seem to be shining some sort of lights which are like red and blue, which gives a bit more color onto that. I actually think that's quite well done there, just to break it up a bit. But yeah, look, I'm in it. Phil's in it. Anyone else keen? Matt, did you say you're going to get it? or
Yeah,
not?
I'm keen as mustard on this. I think it looks
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, same.
But I like that particular look. I think the TIE fighter pilot looks awesome. So yeah, I'm really excited for this.
And there's no chance they're going to do a 1/6 scale TIE fighter because they'd be huge. They've made prototypes of the TIE and Interceptor, and they look incredible. But I mean, you need to have a
And
big
like I said,
basement
I
for
do
that.
think the knock-on effect is we will get the AT-AT driver from this mold. Or yeah.
Yeah. Okay, kind of last but not least then is we spoke about this last week. I think a lot of people are excited about it, and rightly so. It looks great, and this is just to kind of put this up. I like that they did this on Instagram. Just highlights some of the features. Your realistic head sculpture, interchangeable hair pieces, cowl with multiple face plates. There's swappable hair, I believe. 2 interchangeable cowls. You got the fixed and then the one that moves. Bespoke. It's a great word. Muscular body. 2 interchangeable capes. Or are we giving you the drape and the dynamic?
And a wired, yeah.
Looks like a real person though, doesn't it? When he's doing that.
Yeah. Like I like these simple. This is what you're getting. I think that's very clear. I like that.
Yeah.
Do you know? It kills me to say it, but like it's if it turns out like this, it's probably the best stock Batman produced in 6 scale in a licensed capacity. Like I'm a DX19 guy, but it's just I want to see InArt giving Bale this treatment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How many of you are on this?
I'm definitely in.
Yeah.
Bob's got 2, apparently.
Oh, sorry, I'm getting super excited.
Yeah. So Bob's in this. Mandy, did you?
I
Oh, you don't like Ben
this
Affleck?
guy,
Yeah.
nah.
Gotcha.
Not my
Gotcha.
Batman.
Yeah.
No, he really isn't. It's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
No.
So Ben
I mean-
Affleck's expression in this head sculpt is how you feel about Ben Affleck.
Absolutely.
Got you. Cool. David, you're in on this, yeah?
1,000%. I would have been double dipping on this if it had rooted hair, but it does not.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get the one.
And do you think we're ever going to see them do rooted hair and hair that short?
I mean, Robert Pattinson's hair isn't that much longer, and that's rooted.
It does. It hangs in his eyes though. I'm still
Yeah, he has
not-
bangs like it
This
is a
as
bit
well,
longer.
yeah. I mean, I see what they've done though, because they've gone with the clean, slicked back look, and then the Deviled, I've just taken my cowl off look. But then again, if he's just taken his cowl off, his eyes should be painted right, so that's wrong. Just saying,
That's true.
that is wrong.
I
No,
don't think this
it's not
one
wrong
needs
because he doesn't
rooted
do
hair.
that in the movie. Well, Pattinson's
Yeah, they only got that in the 22 film.
Yeah, he's the first one who's ever done that. Everyone
That
else
just
has
reminds me of
basically-
that film, where Keaton rips off his cowl and his eyes are magically like not painted black.
Yeah.
It's like, incredible. That's really
Yeah,
good technology.
that's exactly what I was thinking when I watched Returns
Yeah.
yesterday. It was just like, yeah. How
Back in the day, that would have been magic, but you look at it
Yeah.
now and you're like, oh, that's a bit iffy.
yeah,
That-
continuation. Yeah, let's just put that up because we didn't have that access to that last weekend. So Bob's in it, Dave's in it. Matt, are you in this?
Absolutely.
Harrison,
Yeah.
I think Harrison is, but he's not
I'm,
100%
I'm
yet.
very back and forth at the minute.
I
I think I'm
really
leaning.
fourth. Yeah.
I think I'm leaning no because I am happy with my Hot Toys one, and I'd rather use the money to buy a version I don't have, which is obviously the desert one. And that way, it's
Makes
basically this figure with the trench coat anyway. So I'd pretty much just be getting this anyway. So
And then you'll have the Ben Affleck and the George Clooney versions. That's 2 versions, right? That's pretty good.
no,
Dream and Vision's been
I still
hating-
don't see it. I don't see the George Clooney at all. in
Yeah,
that.
nor do I, and I have the 2.0.
It's the chin.
Yeah.
It's the chin. It's definitely the chin.
I do like
The
it.
the live stream though had the actual figure, and the actual figure still looked good. Would that be?
It did.
Yeah,
I think a lot of
did.
people
It did
they
look
said
really
to the young lady to pose it, and she was like, "This one can't pose. It's just a
Yeah, it
sample."
doesn't.
Yeah.
It looks,
So
he
I
looks,
think
his nipples look like eyes, don't they? Look at that, like an owl.
Yeah. I think this is the thing as well.
I
right?
think
mean,
I think we need to clip that. Do you know?
yeah, it goes into what Harrison was saying earlier about the Jazzinc stuff. It's like this is just a sample copy. It's just standing there. It's static. It can't pose right now. And everyone's like, "Oh, if it can't pose, that's not good enough." And we're just today seeing rolling eyes in the Jazzinc Catwoman. It's like,
Yeah.
It's very different.
Yeah,
This
they
is-
do give them a harder time, don't they?
This is just to
You
show
know-
off like what it will
Yeah.
look like if it was just standing
Exactly.
straight up and down.
InArt get
it's,
ripped into big time.
Yeah.
going to be good,
Mhm.
regardless. He isn't my Batman, but you know this is going to be so good when it's released. It's
Mhm.
going to like knock your socks off.
Yeah. I agree. It looks fantastic.
We haven't done new this week, David.
Oh, because man, he's got something new, for God's sake. Here we
Yeah,
go.
we'll finish off with anyone get anything new this week?
Yes, I did. I
Oh,
got.
mm.
I got this.
Oh, yeah, Harry Potter. I forgot about
So
wow.
not
One
only
second,
Harry,
one second.
I got Harry Potter,
That light up effect's really cool.
and
That is
that's
cool.
that
Fusion reaction.
wand,
Oh.
yeah, fusion reactor.
Yeah,
Ah, very good.
So
that's
good.
come up really well.
yeah.
Did
it's
you just
really
hide
good.
the wire up his sleeve then?
I did, yeah. So hang on.
Yeah. That's really handy for the
Yeah.
cloaked characters, so you can just thread that
Yeah.
thin wire.
It is really good, and it comes out like he also sent me on some pictures on my Instagram of Gandalf's light that I've put in his staff. So I took some pictures of that, and they came out really bright with constant light. Obviously,
Did you get them for
can't
free?
use. Yeah. And then I got
Yeah, I did actually. And what are you going to do about it, Matt? I got stuff for free.
Yeah.
I got this, so I'm going to put some, and then you can spray the cloaks down.
that.
And you can,
What I love about this, and no one sees this in the background, Mandy will get a random tracking info for something coming from China. She's got, I wonder what that is. Mandy, it's from InArt. We know that. We like to do the little song and dance every time. It's from InArt every time. So let's do the dance.
Yeah, we have to listen to it all week. Yeah.
I don't know. I just put it in my tracking surprise.
I've got
Tracking
something new.
surprise.
It's very
Wow.
exciting. It's a really, really nice rock. It's a
That
very
is a
nice
cool
rock.
That is a nice one.
It's a very nice
Is that
boulder,
in
right?
Art Rock?
That is
Explain.
InArt rock. Say again, Bob.
Is this the Gandalf
Well,
based
that was
thing?
cool.
This is the
Yeah.
gander. It's really heavy. It's like 5 kilograms.
Because they made it in a garden and stuck a bunch of
Yeah.
rocks to it.
I've also, this isn't quite as new. I can actually zoom in on this because my camera is mega fancy now. But I can go to here. I've also got this one that I got in somewhat. Oh, that was a bit far away, wasn't it?
Oh my
I've also
goodness.
got this one now, but it's getting a bit of glare off the camera, but you can see that one as well.
That's
yeah.
really
I've,
The
I've also
light
got
foresty one. With
Oh,
the-
yeah. I've also got another one. You know, the latest one that went up on 1/6 like the Hill. I've also got that one on PA, and that's in the country now, so I should get that this week. I'm going
Nice.
all in on the dioramas.
Yeah.
I think that's like a progression as well. When you start getting a lot of the characters that you're like hyped about, and you're, I don't think anyone's ever really done but it's like you do start going, okay, what will just, especially if you've one figure per cube, you got that like I can put an environment in here, a little better base or something
My
like
idea
that.
is I'm going to be building that huge diorama for Lord of the Rings in a DF120, maybe even 2 together, so it'll be like 240 centimeters long in total. And I sort of want, this is a bit of like InArt history, isn't it, as far as Lord of the Rings are concerned, so I want this somewhere in there and build around these little dioramas. So
Could you print one of those, David?
it probably take about a day, but yeah, probably.
Dreaming Visions is asking, how
So
did you
you
get
could
that
put
rock,
another one
David?
next to it.
I bought this rock used from a guy
Dave.
in one of the groups.
Out of someone's garden.
Dave, that's it.
Dave.
Garden
Sorry.
Centre. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is really, I'm not joking. This weighs an absolute ton. I'm not sure. I think it's polystone, maybe. It feels heavier than polystone, though. It's just humongous and very heavy, and I
Doesn't
love it.
surprise me.
And it looks a bit like Rocky
Councilman
from
one's a stone.
Project Hail Mary, doesn't it? Start talking a maze, a maze.
David, which character are you putting on him?
I don't know yet. I still
He's
haven't.
putting the
bought-
Jazzinc Catwoman on it. Don't be asking stupid questions, man.
Oh, this is it. Yeah, this is it. Mandy said earlier, she said, "Mate, you might get sent one now because you've been so vocal. I might send
Do
you
you
one."
know, it'd be really
Fine.
funny if like
Oh, no.
people like when they get their like packs, they just take all the flock hats and keep posting them to you, so you end up with like
maybe.
hundreds of these cats. Oh god!
Free stuff at last.
Yeah,
Bring it on.
yeah. Guys, anyone else get something new?
Yeah, I did. I got my 89 Batmobile.
Oh, that's a big,
Ooh.
Oh,
yeah.
Very
day at
nice.
the office. Yeah,
It's
Good
lovely
stuff.
in there. Yeah.
Bob, did you
quite
also
happy
get
with
the figure that you stole from me, or no?
That's funny. Do you know what, mate? Yeah, I was hiding him behind here.
So,
Yeah,
Bob, that's
so,
the Jazzinc one or the Hot Toys one?
No, that's the Hot Toys one. The Jazzinc one wouldn't fit in my mod case, and I wanted it there. So
Yeah.
the
It's
Hot
fine,
Toys
Bob,
one's obviously
because
cheap.
just remember, a wise man once said, "It doesn't have to be true 1/6." Okay, so don't worry
That's
about that.
right. That's right. Is that Jim?
I love how he's tuned out at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Like you
did
did that on
get accused
purpose.
of muscling in on a deal by David in the week because somebody posted up a figure for sale. I didn't see David's comment, which was, "I'll message you, mate." And then I said, "Can I take that one?" Like, as
He was
the
like, "Oh,
next
someone
comment.
else wanted it." I was like, "Who's this someone else?" And it's just Bob. Oh, go away, Bob.
What figure was it? Which figure?
We
Only
had a
Bob could
good
do
chat,
that.
didn't we, David? It was
Yeah.
the 6 Feet Lane Studio Riddler, which is a
And
figure I
thi-
really
this-
like.
this-
I had
this-
it once
this-
before.
This was David watching Bob swoop.
I've given up all chance at inner peace.
Yeah,
Save me from myself, anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, I did.
That's good pickup. So, anyone else?
Yeah.
Matt's got about 400 figures he needs to open, but apart from that, no.
I'm
No,
okay.
no-
I'm
nothing
opening
else
one
then.
this week.
Oh, one.
One. He had
Yes.
30.
Get excited.
30
One.
figures.
Give him a
One.
break. He's got to catch up on home away reruns, man. It's just
True. And neighbours.
yeah.
And neighbours. Yeah.
All right, folks. We're going to leave it there. Going to hit the hay. So right when we move. So thanks very much to everyone on the panel for giving up their time, and a big shout out to Matt as well for getting up so early and joining us from the other side of the planet.
Thank you for
anyone have
having
anything
me.
They want to? No problem at all. Anytime that you're off, just give us a message. Is anyone want to promote anything?
Yeah, just watch the Geeky Collective out with me, Jim and Vita on Thursday.
Cool.
The
And
shield stream.
There's a shield stream
Oh,
on
yeah,
Saturday.
Shield
Yeah.
Stream on Saturday. We got a guest on Saturday.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
9
yeah?
p.m. Yeah.
Yeah.
Invite
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, he's
Good stuff.
lovely. We got a lovely guest. He's a his. He's a he. He's so cute.
I mean, if you
So-
want
You-
So it's not
Is it
Bud
Jim?
from.
Is it Jim?
No,
Definitely
Jimmy's
not
very
Jim.
cute. Though,
100%
isn't
no.
he?
It's a
He's looking
surprise,
cute.
Bob. Don't
Thanks,
ruin it.
thanks, guys.
Oh, he said he was cute.
Yeah, Jimmy's cute, isn't he?
I've got a couple of new videos out. If anyone
I
wants to
try.
go and leave me a nasty comment on them, then crack on, feel free. That'd be great.
Yeah. So there's the one from today and the one from yesterday. Would that be fair?
Jazzinc Catwoman ones,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Good one.
yeah. Not attack the person. What's it? Attack. I'm never going to get this right. Challenge the argument, not the person. All right. See you later.
Thanks,
Bye now.
guys.
See you later. Thank you.